The intro.
Get live, it's the BigJive MMA Show. The big prize, we don't switch sides, never lay low. Big Brian Petrie here to serve it to you. Roll ahead and novice in the duo, show you how to play the card, huh? Get live, it's the BigJive MMA Show. The big prize, we don't switch sides, never lay low. Big Brian Petrie here to serve it to you cold. Hey, Jive, get it, do 'em, making plays and make 'em bold, huh?
All right, let's give him a little taste for this little Apex card. Hey, Jive showing all the sick cards he pulled recently.
Got him in the mail yesterday.
I need to set up my account still so I can get my hands on that Hoist Gracie that you pulled me last week.
Yeah.
What's up, chat? Chat's already firing. Dixon Sider's in here moderating the shit out of this. Good to see the chat in here because this card, I mean, listen, on paper it's not great, and the chat showing out. I love that, man. These are hardcore people that love MMA.
We now have a grown man.
Oh yeah,
as the co-host of the BigJive MMA Show. Everyone wish BP a happy belated birthday. Turned 40 years of age yesterday, August 4th. Congratulations, BP.
Thank you.
You told me a little bit about your day, and you're sick. So
yeah, I was sick. I was sick for my birthday. I had to cancel dinner, Rez. My wife, we don't really get each other's gifts because we're at the point in our lives if we want something, we just go out and get it. But so she did surprise me with a video. She came in a couple days ago in my office. I was playing video games. She's like, "Hey, can I get your phone so I can get the pictures of some pictures on your phone from the girls from vacation, so I can send to your grandma?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So she took my phone, thought nothing of it. She got a bunch of contacts. So Hey Jive was in there. Captain Russ was in there. A bunch of guys from work. You know, some of my really close friends as well, all in there doing me a little birthday tribute, which was awesome. And then it ended with a voicemail from my mother, who has passed away, who I haven't heard her voice in some time, and that got me, bro. You know, you hear a voice of a family member, especially a mother, father, whoever, and you know, because you see pictures of them all the time, but you really don't hear the voice. At least I don't. And I got that voice of the voicemail, and man, that crumpled me. But it was a very sweet gesture by my wife, so thank you. Shout out Erica for being awesome. And yeah, it was a bad day because I was sick. I have like a stomach bug thing or whatever, but it was a good day because, you know, I'm a man now and I'm 40, right? I really was praying that I wake up with a full beard now that I'm a man, right? That's how that works, right? You just wake up, full beard. That obviously didn't happen. So, you know, we'll keep it. And by the way, the thumbnail, I look exactly like Jonah Hill. And the fact that Jonah Hill's in the news right now, annihilating everybody, like, bro, settle down. But hilarious thumbnail. I love it. Can't wait to break down these fights. And thank you for all the birthday wishes. I see the chat going. Did your wife give you a VIP lap dance? She did not. She can't dance for shit. But we did the no pants dance. You better believe it. But yes, thank you for the chat. Hi, Boys for Life. Thank you, boys. Thank you, Hayden, for participating in the video. And
I was honored that I got the text.
It was cool. I was gonna post a video on social media, but I'm like, you know, I think I'll just keep that one to myself because it's like a 10-minute video of people wishing me happy birthday, and it was pretty cool. So, but yeah, I think I'll keep that one to myself.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably a long video. I wasn't sure how long she wanted it to be. I think mine was only like 15 seconds. So
perfect. Yeah.
I apologize if it was a little short.
My in-laws went a little long. And it's like, okay. And my stepdad went a little long too. He's not very good on camera. And he just kept repeating the words over and over again. And then he had the camera angle like this. So it was just horrible view. And it's like, come on, guy, let's speed it up here.
You notice mine? I was out on the course.
You were on a golf course. Yeah, you had the high angle, which is what you're supposed to do. Yeah, you're a professional.
Well, I, do it for a living.
Yeah,
so
like, you know what you're doing around a camera.
I got that text from your wife in the morning, and I was like, well, I'm actually headed out to the golf course in an hour, so I'm gonna have a perfect backdrop, perfect lighting. Perfect. I'll wait till then, and I sent it to her. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, she got it in. My best friend, the guy who's the best man, well, one of my best friends, best man at my wedding, loves to be on camera, loves to film videos, probably had a whole bit worked out. My wife reached out to him first, like a week ago. He didn't get his in on time.
Oh my God.
He didn't submit it. She's like, he texted me yesterday. Was like, hey, I just sent Erica the video. Was it too late? Yeah, by 12 hours, guy. So that's very funny that the one guy who thrives and wants to do that didn't make the cut.
Got to be on time.
Got to be on time.
Got to be
And what's your handicap in golf? That's a good question.
Handicap?
Yeah.
Well, I'm about a 11, 10,
Okay.
11. I'm not anything too crazy. If I could putt worth anything, I'd be a lot better. But I just got a new putter actually last week. So that was my first time using it on Monday.
Yeah.
And I'd never practiced with it either. Just got it first round. I think the only time I one putted through 18 holes was when I chipped it about 2 feet away from the hole. Other than that, it was 2 and 3 putts the whole round. I was pissed. I was pissed. I'm like, bought this fucking $350 putter just so I could, still 3 putt.
Yeah.
When I'm on the green in regulation, like what's going on here? So I got to get out on the practice green and get some putts in to get used to that new putter, because you're gonna spend that money on a putter. You better improve.
You better know how to wield it. Yeah. No, I've never been golfing before. I like golf. I watch golf content. I watch Bob Does Sports. If it's the Masters or any kind of major, I'll usually fall asleep, take a nap to it, but it's comforting, right? My dad was a big golfer. We got golf course all around us. My grandparents, when they moved to North Carolina, they lived on a golf course, like a private golf course. My other grandma who lived here lived on a golf course. I've only been to a driving range, never been golfing before.
Wow.
And I was not very good driving. I was very bad. And then my grandpa did give me putting lessons, which was, it seems so easy and it's so fucking hard, and it frustrated me to no end. So yeah, I'm not putting.
It's very tough. I played a little in high school, and then I didn't play for a while, and then this year I just picked it back up, like to do it a lot more often. And dude, it's so addicting. Like,
well, that's the problem is I go so hard. Like, I've been invited golfing, and then they're like, "Oh, just rent clubs." I'm like, I don't want to rent clubs. I want to get my own clubs. And I look into like how much clubs are.
Expensive.
God, dude, I would, I would go into so much debt if I got into golf, because I would need the best of the best for no reason, but I would need it because that's just the way my mind works.
Yeah. That new putter is the only club that I've bought since high school.
Okay, so you've burned out.
I haven't really bought any clubs since then, but
that's good.
Let's talk about UFC. We got an Apex card this Saturday. We got 12 fights now. They just added a little women's MMA fight for us to break down right in the nick of time. I think that was earlier today. They slapped together some Ultimate Fighter chick and a Contender Series chick, threw it on the card. So we got 12 fights. We got a solid main event. And I've heard a lot of passionate takes about the main event. So I'm interested to hear what BP's got to say. I'm interested to hear what the chat's got to say about this one, because it's a closely lined fight.
Yeah.
And we got an up-and-comer and a veteran. So we'll see what the chat thinks about that later on. But let's recap how we did at UFC Belgrade. BP's empty the clip. Came through with ease. 30 seconds is all.
Bring me my money.
Yeah, I don't want to keep talking about me being down, but I had a migraine on Saturday and I was down, and I watched from my bed on my phone, so I didn't bet any fights except Medic and then the Sicko parlay, which lost. But so I'm happy that Medic went out there and did what he did. I wish I could have gambled a little more. I kind of had an okay night all around on picks or whatever, and some of my leans would have probably came through, but. Medic was the guy. I mean, I literally got in a debate with a guy on Twitter who said that the Medic-Rodriguez fight was 50-50. It's like, why would you load up on a 50-50 fight? So how the fuck is that 50-50? And then the fight ended, and he literally doubled down. It's like, see, Petrie, I told you it was 50-50. Huh? What do you mean? The guy got fucking put out round one. But no, Medic looks like a problem. He really, really does. Like, he is very fast. His timing's good. And his power is next level. It's really, really good.
I think it's his speed. His
speed's really good. Right, you're right. And then the fact that he's a tricky southpaw and he leads a lot with his left hand, which is a power hand, is great. And then, again, Rodriguez at that point, though, I don't think Rodriguez was beating many people on that night, let alone Medic. Medic did exactly what he was supposed to do, get him out of round one, and that's what he did in front of his home country. And he has some nice little call-outs. I mean, he's been calling Leon Edwards out for a while, and then he moved on and he mentioned Carlos Prates. you know, he wants his name up there with some of the big dogs, and I can't blame him.
You know, I actually got a DM from somebody. I wish I could find it, but I don't think I can. Right after Medic knocked him out, probably about 2 or 3 minutes after he knocked him out. And I think I posted like a story just being like, whoa, Medic did that really fast.
Yeah.
He replied to it. He said, D-Rod took a dive. I promise you, like I know him personally. He took a dive. I said, I wouldn't doubt it, man. He went in there 30 seconds. Like,
unless he
with the first punch.
Unless he bet it on himself to lose in the first round. I mean, I don't understand what a dive would do for you unless you bet on yourself, right? So I'm not really sure about that. Yeah. Unless you know, we're talking some funny business, like, hey, we really need this Serbia guy to win in Serbia, right? They paid a lot of money to be here. Yeah. It's been up and down for the Serbs all night. Yeah. We need a guy, and we'll slip you some, you know, he was like $50K. Because I mean, listen, I said last podcast, D-Rod living in California clearly has some kind of weed business that got taken away from him because he got arrested and put in Mexican jail for 9 months. He need the money, right? I mean, they're prize fighters. They fight.
Cartel on them, right? When you get out of here, you're losing your next fight.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, so I mean, listen, the cartel is extremely powerful. I think D-Rod tossing the fight, throwing the fight, whatever. He was losing that fight anyway. Even in his prime, I don't think he's touching Medic, but good for Uros Medic.
My empty the clip came home as well. Jovan Leka.
Tell him to bring me my money.
It looked. I want to see him again. The body kick was powerful, but he froze.
Yeah,
I feel like
the guy was running away from him.
I feel like Serbia, you know, big time froze him a little bit. And I do think he's talented and skilled. And you're right. And the guy was running away from him.
He was running away from him. Caught him with one body kick, really. And that was the fight. So
fucking brutal.
Shout out to Leka. Poor old Dusko took us out of.
That's my pick. I dropped the ball this week or last week, boys.
It's okay.
That's on me. I won it because the week prior I gave Fatima and she was very chalky. And I'm like, no, I'm going to give a dog this week because I gave was it Ryan Gandro when he was a dog KO round 1 and we won that week. I'm like, I'm going to come back. And I was actually really confident in Dusko. I really think Robert Valentin is not very good, but Dusko is also not very good. And he's
fucking head in that guillotine. I'm like, yeah, what are you doing?
It just, I don't get it. I don't get it. But yeah, I let us down on that one. We'll rebound well this week, baby.
We'll rebound there. BP Sicko.
Horrible. So I doubled down on Dusko, which was idiotic. And Tybura, listen, I mean, I got a lot of heat for the Tybura pick, rightfully so. I get it, guys. It was a bad pick or whatever. But I took a shot. I mean, Alexander Rakic is going to do nothing at heavyweight, right? That third round, what was that, bro? Like, you were beating, I mean, it wasn't close. I'm not saying it was a close fight, but like, you were beating this guy handily and you just fucking lean on him. Like, what are we doing here? Yeah, so Tybura cooked, washed. I thought maybe he would do the opposite of what Rakic did in round 3, but you know, it is what it is. Live by the sword, die by the sword, baby.
Yeah. So Tybura couldn't come through for you, and Rakic could not come through for me. To catch the Sicko. All you got to do is finish a 40-year-old Tybura, Rakic.
Yeah.
And he
tired in the third round.
Couldn't do that. You know the worst part about this, BP?
What's the worst part, bub?
There's 14 fights on the card, right?
Yeah.
12 of them finished.
Yeah.
Rakic, who I bet on to get a finish, couldn't get it done.
I know.
And another fight that I bet on to not go the distance, Mark Vologden and Borislav Nikolic.
Well, I thought he got choked out at the end, bro. I thought he was.
So did I. I
thought he was gonzo.
Why are you checking on him?
I thought he was gonzo. Because the rule is if at the end of the bell, he has to stand up on his own.
Yeah, nobody checked on him.
The corner can't pick him up. He was laying flat down. Yeah. Camera cut away, then all of a sudden he's kind of up. I thought he was out. I thought he was choked out.
He was down like face on the canvas,
face on down, ass up.
Yeah. For a good like 5-10 seconds.
100%.
Never even checked on him.
The dude's celebrating and the ref's walking away, like checking with the time people or whatever, and Vlogden's just face down. I'm like,
just fucking sick.
I'm screaming at TV, get a camera on him. So I think he's out. And the announcers didn't even mention it.
Yeah. Nobody
I'm
did.
like, well, he looked out, bro.
Nobody did.
But yeah, I think he got screwed on that one. And then Rakic again. I mean, the guy needed a win. He looked like he played it safe, not that round. But yeah, I mean, there were so many openings where he could have finished. But I mean, 2 for 3. That's a tough way to lose on a sicko.
Tough. If you would have told me Rakic was the guy to not get it done inside the distance, he was the easiest leg based on the odds.
Right.
Sterling fucking
Sterling great.
Holy shit.
He looked great.
That's tough. But that's the recap from UFC Belgrade. We got to give a shout out though to the top 2 people.
Hey, yo.
Picks on UFC Belgrade on 3-punch combo. My boy Ding Betts.
Shout out Ding Betts.
He picked the entire card, went up 6.46 units. So he won $200. And Bufus in second place, 13-1. I guess both of them did. Bufus and Only Figgy Fan.
Nice.
Both went up 5.88 units. So they won some coin for putting their picks in for free on 3-punch combo, which you can do this Saturday for UFC 120. $300 in giveaways, $200 for first place, $100 for second place. You don't have to pick every fight. You can pick as many fights as you want to, but these 3 individuals picked them all.
I got cute. I only picked a handful of fights, and I obviously didn't get them all right.
Let's see where you're at, baby.
Oh man, I'm down there. I'm down. I saw you were 72.
75. I'm not. I actually did pretty good.
Oh, 75. I thought you were 72. Yeah, you did okay. I'm going back to picking out the entire card. That's all I know. Let's see. I'll tell you my ranking. Oh, it doesn't have it on there.
I really thought I was going to go 100% on picks when I went 100% on the prelims.
Yeah.
Because I thought main card. I'm like, I feel pretty solid about the main card picks.
Oh, there I am. 200 something. 6-3. Okay. That's better than I thought. Yeah. So I only picked 9 fights. And then I went, obviously I selected I was careful with fights I picked, but I did go Dusko Tybura because they were dogs. I figured if they come through, I'd get some unis.
And in last place, JR Denny Yahoo, 2-12.
Okay. JR Denny Yahoo.
You'll bounce back next week.
I got a follower today on Twitter Twitter. It just popped up. It says Luna is following you. I'm like, oh shit, is that Luna from fucking 3PC? They were at the top of the leaderboard forever. Yeah. I'm like, sweet. And I go and I click on it. No, it's some like Russian bot trying to sell like webcam shit. I'm like, God damn it. I want Luna for 3PC.
I don't believe you have to have a membership to do the picks. I think you could just sign up and do the free version and still put your picks in that way. On the app, 3-punch combo.
13 overall. Shout out Vince.
Impressive. Man. Always pick all the fights. I think that's the way I'm going to do it.
I think so.
I've always been doing it.
This is the first change it. Yeah, this is the first time since I've been doing 3PC picks where I did just a handful of fights. I'm going back to picking all of them. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You swing. You got to swing big, babe. You got to swing big.
Got to. All right, let's get into the breakdown, BP.
Let's do it.
I don't know where this is going to be on the card, but I'm assuming they're probably going to chop it up first
there
fight.
He is. I was wondering where Andy 1975 is going to
go. There he is.
He just don't know. This is the Gamrot boy.
99. No clue who Sunderland's opponent is, but betting my entire bankroll this week to beat Louis. Then I'll double down on Gamrot by finish.
All in. Shout out Andy 1979.
You don't know who he is, but you're just going to blindly bet on him because it's Louis Sutherland. We'll see how that works out.
We'll see.
And then double down on Gamrot by finish. All in. Okay. It's a big week for Andy 1975. Shout out for the $4.99. All right, to kick us off, we got a strawweight bout. Gigi Canuto taking on Carol Foro. Both girls making their UFC debut. 401 on the Contender Series. Decision against Chanel Dyer, which is a very good win. She dropped her 3 times in that fight, but couldn't get her out of there. They go 15 minutes. One of the best women's MMA fights.
Oh, sick.
On the Contender Series, and she got her hand raised. She actually popped for a banned substance.
Oh, no.
At the beginning of the year, which was, I forget the name of what it is called, but it's basically a diuretic, so to make you pee a lot.
Yeah.
Which raises some red flags. So for one, like, what are you trying to get out of your system? For two, correct. What do you I would think maybe that's for weight cut, but she didn't have a fight So I feel like she was trying to get something out of her system.
Yeah, it's flushing whatever the fuck she's injecting in her system. Yeah.
Yeah. And so she had a 6-month suspension. So that is now up. And she's getting a fight here against Canuto, who was on the Ultimate Fighter. She won the first round against some like Pakistani chick.
Yeah.
Knocked her out in round 1. And then in the semifinal, she nearly subbed the girl, broke her arm, and the girl didn't tap. And then she gassed out and got TKO'd in round 2.
Yeah.
So I believe this fight was probably put together much earlier than, the date it was announced, which is today, because the Ultimate Fighter episode that Gigi was on was aired last night. So they couldn't announce the fight until today. So, I mean, just interested to see when they had this fight booked, but I'm assuming it's a lot earlier than today. But no odds for this fight. Striker versus grappler. Canuto being the grappler, Foro being the striker. BP, what can you tell me about this matchup?
It's classic striker versus grappler. Cara Foro really impressed me in the Contender Series. Her outside work, outside the UFC, her striking is really good. It's violent. She is a pure finisher in there. She likes going for the knockout. She's pretty well-rounded. Gigi Canuto, brimming with confidence, right? 23 years old, jiu-jitsu standout, really good on the ground, whether she's on top or she's on the back. Problem is 23 years old, gassing on the Contender Series worries me. You're there. I know it's a different environment. Your first fight went like 40 seconds. You body kicked a Pakistani chick, and that was it. There was really no fight. Yeah. And then you fight probably a week or two later, and you completely gas out. That scares me a little bit. I know she's in Vegas training. She's with a good team. But if the cardio's not there, she's dangerous for a sub. She's actually obviously active for a sub. I think she's very, very live for a sub. But if the cardio's not there, she's going to get pieced up by Carol. I'm really interested in what this line's going to be. I got to imagine Foro's going to be the favorite. Depending how high of a favorite she is how I'm going to bet her. I'm going to pick Foro, though. I think her striking's really, really pretty. Don't know much about her takedown defense because her and Dyer pretty much just stood up the whole time. It's looked decent outside the UFC, but again, she's never really fought like a pure jiu-jitsu practitioner like Gigi. And I think Gigi's takedowns are actually pretty good. They're not the best. She's also, I think she's a little small for the weight, but she's fighting someone that's exactly the same size as her. So I think that will play into a factor here. But I like Foro. I think Foro by any kind of finish will be interesting if Canuto gasses out again. And she's nasty. She can strike, bro. I like Carol Foro.
So Dyer actually shot 11 takedowns.
Okay. What?
And she went 0 for 11, but I would assume most of those
are right. Like, how did I miss that stat?
Dyer's not really like a wrestler.
No, yeah.
She's more of a pure striker, so I don't really, look into that as like, oh, she's got rock solid takedown defense.
Right.
But the line did just drop 11 minutes ago.
What we got?
Dropped Carol Foro minus 200.
Okay.
And it got bet up slightly to minus 240 about 10 minutes ago. So Foro minus 240, Gigi plus 200 right now. I think that's kind of wide, man. I think
it's a little wide though. Gigi's dangerous on the ground.
She's live for an early sub. The problem is I don't really love her wrestling. She's a good jiu-jitsu artist, but also feel like Foro survives most of the subs. I don't really love her ground game, though. I think Foro's initial takedown defense is solid, but when she gets flat on her back, I saw in her only loss against Beatrice Consuli, like she did not have much when she got actually, taken to the ground and flat back. She didn't have much to get back up. It was kind of just holding on for dear life, surviving.
Right.
So if Canuto gets her down to the ground, I wouldn't be shocked if she subbed her. But I mean, Foro is an absolute tank. She rips the body hard on the feet. Really good left hook. She has a lot of pressure. Cardio is pretty solid as well. So I feel like if Canuto doesn't get the round 1 sub, she's probably getting cooked here.
Yeah.
Not a guarantee that she's going to death gas like she did on the Ultimate Fighter.
Right.
But I do think this is probably a better live betting spot to take 4-0 after like round 1. If Canuto, I'd maybe go into it with Canuto. Consider she's plus 200.
Yeah, it's not a
Canuto,
bad number.
Round 1 sub, or just play moneyline Canuto and then cash out of it if you're playing it on Poly Market. The over-under is set at 2.5, minus 135 for the under, plus 115 for the over. I do kind of lean towards some violence there. But
Yeah,
it's actually a good women's MMA fight. Just
no, it's good. Both young. I mean, Faro's 29, but young in the sport. So this is only 11 fight.
Yeah.
And Canuto 23. A little bit of hype. She talked a lot of that good shit on the Ultimate Fighter. It makes me think that I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but she had real beef with that Tina Black girl, the other Brazilian girl in there. Makes me think Tina Black might be in the finals because I feel like they would have saved Gigi to fight Tina at a later date since they didn't fight, on the finale or whatever. Since they didn't fight on the show because they had some beef, leads me to believe Tina's probably in the finale. I've actually been enjoying the Ultimate Fighter this year. I hate how they rush it. They used to not rush it. It used to be 6 weeks. They were in the house. They do about 2.5, 3 weeks now, and they speed up the filming. But other than that, I've been enjoying the shit of some good fighters on there. I really like that Muhammad Ali kid, the dude on Bisping's team. He's like 21 years old, dude. The confidence of the skills of him is he's reminds me. I hate to say this, and it'll never be this, but he kind of reminds me a little bit of Conor McGregor, if I'm being honest with you, just a little bit.
I haven't watched it at all. I just
well, go watch. He hasn't fought the semifinals yet, but go watch his fight that he did. He fought another tough dude. He's from I want to say Kazakhstan or Uzbekistan or something like that. He fought another really tough dude and was literally talking to Dana the whole time and doing crazy shit. Confidence is crazy on this kid.
I will agree with Pure Sparks here. It's easy to gas on tough when you're overtraining and do it 2-a-days for over a month and making weight. Yeah.
It's not a month anymore though. It's literally 3 weeks. They come in. They're supposed to come into weight, come into shape, and she fought for 30 seconds the first time.
She got to cut the weight. She's got to cut the weight twice. It's the second weight.
5'2".
She's
kind of thick. She's thick.
Pretty,
You're right.
she's pretty
muscular. Right, yeah, cutting the weight's gonna be. Yeah.
I wouldn't completely bank on Canuto gassing out, but
no,
she's definitely not comfortable.
It just worries me.
She will not be comfortable on the feet with 4-0. So if she starts failing takedowns, the end's probably near. All right, moving on to some more women. We got a flyweight belt. Juliana Miller coming in at -290, taking on Ravina Oliveira. Sits at +237. Oliveira 0-3 in the UFC. And all 3 losses are pretty brutal performances, coming off back-to-back finish losses. Juliana Miller coming in here, 2-3 in the UFC, 4-4 in her professional record, and she is a near -300 favorite. BP?
Yeah.
Are we laying the chalk on Juliana Miller? Is Ravina Oliveira that bad that you would feel comfortable laying -300 on Juliana Miller?
No, I'm not laying anything. This is gonna pass for me. I'm picking Miller. I mean, look at Oliveira's career. She went 0-0, got her first win. 0-1, got her second win. 1-1. These are the fighters she's fighting, by the way. 1-1, got a win. 0-0, 0-0, 0-0, and the 0-0 was for a title in Brazil. Yeah. And then she gets 8-5 and wins her defending the title, and then she drops 0-3. This woman has the best manager in the world to get her to the fucking UFC. Harry Hunsucker's manager needs to suck Ravina Oliveira manager's dick how good he is to get her in the UFC. Juliana Miller, she went through the Ultimate Fighter. She's probably still in that contract. She doesn't fight enough. You know what I mean? I'm not really sure what her deal is, but she's slowly getting better. She actually looked okay her last time out and won a fight. So I'm good to pick her to win. I think, it's going to be ugly. This is one of the lowest level fights that the UFC is ever going to put on. But listen, they got to give people under contract fights, and I think loser goes home. And Juliana Miller being 4-4 is kind of crazy. I mean, she's not this young prospect either. She's 40 years old. She's coming off a loss. She beat Ivana Petracek, and then Carla Judy's beat her. But I like Juliana Miller, but I don't like her to better. 290 is outrageous. Ravina Oliveira is not very good. She's beaten nobody. Neither is Juliana Miller, really. But I guess skill wise, I'm going to go Juliana Miller a little bit above Oliveira, and I think she'll get the win here. But man, this fight is gross. And shout out my boy Timbo for wishing me a happy birthday. Thanks, bro.
Shout out Timbo. I'm with you, man. I don't really I really think Miller should go in there and sub her, but she's just not a -300 fighter, dude. Like
No.
if she's on the feet, she is an awful striker. And Ravino Oliveira is not good, but she's the better striker of the two. She's got a good 1-2 down the pipe. She commits to it, but if she gets taken down, Miller's really good at taking the back, and I think she probably chokes her out. I mean, the under is tempting just because it's a low-level women's MMA fight.
Yeah, anything can happen. Yeah, under 2.5 minus 135 on DraftKings.
It's tempting, man. It's very tempting, but you know, if I lay chalk on the women's this low level of a women's MMA fight, and then they're just like too shit to finish each other, then I'm going to be pissed. So
I don't feel good betting this stuff. You know, I don't feel, it's just because like if I lose a bet, who cares, right? Load up, go again, right? I mean, yeah, it stings because especially if you really are invested. But putting a couple bucks on either of these chicks and they lose, or even if you win, you just feel dirty, right?
Yeah.
You feel gross, bro.
You're disgusted.
Oh, I can't do it. But yeah, I mean, the pick will be Miller. But yeah, I would not be. I'm not that big of a degenerate to be placing money on a fight like this. That's for sure.
You know what we might do here?
What's that, bud?
Just to kick us off. If these are really the first two fights of the night,
I think they moved up Miller and all that. According to Tapology, if Tapology's right, they moved up Miller and Oliveira to the second last prelim.
We go Juliana Miller, round 1 sub.
Okay.
Gigi Canuto, round 1 sub.
There you go.
And just, it's a long shot parlay. You throw a couple bucks
see
down
what
there.
We got.
You got a little bit of action on the
Kick
fight.
the night off and you're up if they hits, right? Shout out Tapology, by the way. I've banged on them for years. I've tweeted at them. The ads have become overwhelming, right? But they do have a really solid website with a really good information. You can buy and pay. I think it's like $2.99 a month, $3.99 a month, whatever it is. And there's completely ad free. You sign up. I've been signed up for Tapology forever. I don't do anything besides look at the fights, but the ads have been outrageous. And they just offer like a pro plan or whatever the fuck they call it. There's so much valuable information, and this isn't a plug or anything. I felt like it's my duty if I'm going to shit on a company as many times I shit on Tapology, I should give them a little bit of props for doing something right. And their website is so much better now when that happens. So
shout out to them.
Want to put that out there.
Just give them their props. I don't want
to put that out there. I can't bag on somebody for so long, and then when they do something right, be quiet about it. It's not my character.
They got to make their money,
Yeah.
All right, we got a bantamweight bout here. Miles Johns comes in at minus 146. Jesse Rosas plus 126. And it looks like the line has moved a little bit. Minus 155 for Johns, plus 135 for Rosas. Rosas being the big bro of Chi Wee. So he's big Wee, making his UFC debut. He's 8-1, 23 compared to 32 for Miles Johns. Miles Johns 6-5 in the UFC, 2-3 in his last 5. And he's on a 3-fight losing streak. One by decision, another one by split decision, and then a submission loss to Daniel Marcos in his last fight, who has since been cut, which is kind of a crazy cutting from the UFC. So at 32, Miles Johns might be fighting for his job here on a 3-fight losing streak. He just opened up his own gym this year, probably 3-4 months ago. And he's slight favorite here against the guy making his debut, who's been around the block with his brother being in the UFC. And I wouldn't say he's nowhere near as talented as Chi Wee's.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a bad fighter, so I can understand why the line is the way it is. BP, who are we going with?
Yeah, he's not a bad fighter. I just, I don't know what separates him. Obviously, he has a jiu-jitsu base. That's what he wants to do. He doesn't hunt for it as much as his brother does. His brother is almost like allergic to standing up. He only wants to grapple, right? Rosas is a little more flowy when he gets in there. He can stand a little bit. It's not the prettiest in the world, and I just don't know what separates him, right? And that's my big, you're looking at him at plus money and it's like, wow, an up-and-coming kid, 8-1, this is a big step up in competition for him because he hasn't really fought many people, but he hasn't fought complete bums. Like, he's fought some experienced guys, but they're not very good. But I just don't know if I like his game. But the problem with Miles Johns is me wanting to love Miles Johns is he's coming off a submission loss, right? And Rojas Jr. does take the back very well and can submit you from there. Rojas Jr. lost to Daniel Marcos that way. Miles Johns used to be a brute wrestler, fuck you up on the ground, power puncher, good cardio, and that kind of slipped away from him. You know, now it's almost like he wants to box and he's kind of abandoning his wrestling. His defensive wrestling's never been like world class. His offensive wrestling's been pretty good. So he needs to stand up in this fight. I know he's got a little bit of a 68-inch reach for a 5'7" frame. It's not the longest in the world, but it's not the biggest. I'm sure Rojas Jr. will have a longer reach, but Johns can throw. He can throw power, and I think if he can stop Rojas takedowns, he can look good in this fight. He's fought the better competition. I just think 3-fight losing streak, just opening your own gym. You probably got a lot of eyeballs on you at that gym. People wanting you to win. Coach needs to win. I like Miles Johns here at -146. I'm probably going to regret that. I just don't see enough from Rojas to really be excited about him at +126. However, though, he's the older brother of Chiwiwi's. Man, what happened to Chiwiwi's in the womb? I mean, this dude's a handsome guy. Chiwiwi's looks like fucking a gargoyle. You know what I mean? Like, what happened in the womb? I can't believe they're related, but props to the Rojas brothers for being dedicated mixed martial artists. I just had to throw that out there. I mean,
I agree.
It's fucking crazy.
There's something wrong with Chiwiwi's, man.
There's had to have been. There must have been like a twin in the womb that he like ate.
Oh,
and then it like absorbed into his face. Like it's like he looks like the Hunchback in Notre Dame. It's just in his face. Nice. He but listen, he's super talented.
It worked out for him.
Yeah, he has a girlfriend, right? I mean, if he never did MMA and wasn't like semi-famous, like he would, actually, you know what? I don't know. A lot of the Mexican dudes I know, they fuck early, right? They fuck young. Like they all fuck. So I wouldn't say he would be a virgin, but he'd probably be fucking something not as nice as his girlfriend. I don't know how we got on that, but yeah. What? Big Gun shouldn't be talking about other people's looks. First off, motherfucker, I don't look anything like Chiwiwi's, bro. Fuck you talking about, man? Get out of here.
Jay, he's a handsome dude, all right?
Yeah,
I've seen him in person. The pictures don't do him justice. He's a handsome fella. Okay?
Who's that?
Chiwiwi's?
There's no fucking way.
Chiwiwi's,
bro. I've seen you the picture with Rojas. He's bigger than I thought. But yeah, he's
not as big as me.
No, he's not bigger than you, but he's bigger than I thought he was next to you.
Well, his head's massive.
His head's huge, yeah. His head's huge.
So yeah.
Raul has a twin sister, Verna. If that's a joke about Verna Gingerjoba,
that's fucked.
Yeah, if he really does have a twin sister named Verna, I gotta see her, but I think that's a joke about Verna Gingerjoba.
So you like Johns here, eh?
I like Johns. Yeah, I think the powers can be overwhelming, and it really gets to come down to if Johns decided he wanted to grapple this camp, because I think he does have some good wrestling chops, but he gets lazy, I think. And Rojas, I think, is good at when it gets to the ground, he'll have the advantage. But I think Johns is going to be a little too much for him on the feet, a little too powerful.
I like Rosas here, and for a few reasons. Number one, I think Johns is on the way out. I don't think he has much to fight for at this point. He's got his gym now, and I don't really see him having like a resurgence to his UFC career. And when you look at his wins in the UFC, they're really shit. Like, they're not good.
No,
I know he's been competitive with, like, he went to a competitive split with Matsumoto, but Matsumoto is now on 4 straight fights of going to close fights, 5 straight fights of going to close fights with people. He just fights close with people.
Yeah.
He's super hittable, and he can get taken down, but he gets back up. So he has no defense. Miles Johns' wins are bad, dude. Like Morales, Cody Gibson, 40-year-old Douglas Silva de Andrade, Anderson Dos Santos, Kevin Natividad, Cole Smith. You look at anybody that he's faced that's any decent, he's lost to them.
Yeah.
So I don't really you're going to say, oh, he's got all this experience. Well, maybe if he was like at a good point in his career, I'd be like, yeah, his experience could show up here. But stylistically, this guy never really does anything in a fight to win. He's not a good striker. He can wrestle, but he rarely wrestles. And he can't do anything with his wrestling when he does offensively wrestle. And a lot of these grapplers that he's faced have taken him down and finished him.
Yeah.
John Castaneda finished him. Marcos isn't even a wrestler, but he made him look like a bitch on the mat.
Yeah.
Felipe Lima had no problems taking him down. I mean, I think Rosas wins this just being the younger guy with a lot more upside to like have a career.
Sure.
He's a solid boxer. He's got much better jiu-jitsu than Johns.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where does Johns beat him? I think Rosas, I think this is a fight where Rosas just wins, like, wanting it more, because Johns isn't that far ahead of him skill-wise,
Mm-hmm.
and he has nothing left to fight for. So, at the plus money, I think it's Rosas for sure.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I see a lot of people picking that. I for some reason, I can't get off Johns. I want to. I love plus money. I love a dog. I'm taking a dog later on the card that people are going to very disagree with. But, you know, I like taking dog. I like taking plus money, but I just can't get on Rojas. I think Johns can win. You asked how he win. I think he can win with the power. I think he can clip Rojas. I don't know if Rojas has been in there with a guy that can throw like Johns. But again, Johns tends to get lazy in there, you know, and you're right. He has no good wins. But some of his wins that he has, even though they're low-level wins, they're impressive. I mean, the knockout of Kevin Tivadab was brutal, right? We need to see that. He took John Matsumoto down 5 times. Like, we need to see that urgency there, right? But yeah, it should be a good fight, and I'm glad that Rojas is giving people some plus money, because I think that I think he can win this fight. I think this is closer than the odds are suggesting.
I think it's 50-50.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. We got our lightweight bout. Manuel Sousa comes in at minus 270, taking on Richie Miranda. Sits at plus 222. Miranda making his UFC debut at 31 years of age. He's on a 7-fight win streak in the LFA. He's the defending lightweight champion. He's 13-1. Trains at Bloodline in California. And he's a guy I've been fairly familiar with, just watching some LFA or keeping track of what's going on in LFA. And, you know, he's a pretty, I don't want to say proven like fighter, but like based on what he's done on the regional scene, I think he's paid his dues to be in the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
Manuel Sousa, on the other hand, 14-1, won his UFC debut against Blagioki with a round 3 KO. And coming in here, he's a sizable favorite, and he's been a sizable favorite in his last fight, a sizable favorite in his Contender Series fight. And he was losing the Contender Series fight until his opponent gassed.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was having a competitive fight with Oki until Oki gassed. So got to take that into account. But this is a guy that has knocked out Mauricio Ufi. He's had a lot of high-level, you know, fights over in Bellator, and he's just an absolute tank of a human. So going into this one, it's going to be hard for me to not, you know, think Sousa gets his hand raised here. But I do think Miranda, you know, is a good fighter. Like, I think this is a very tough ask, but I think he's a good fighter. So I think Sousa wins here, but, you know, I'm very bullish for Miranda to win fights in the UFC. What do you think here, BP?
Yeah, I agree with you. I like Miranda's toughness. I mean, he's a gritty, tough dude. There's nothing that explodes off the page. Like, he's well-rounded, but the best thing about him is he doesn't give up on himself. He's tough. He wears a chin, you know, and he gets after it. You know, nice little southpaw to him. Defense is a little bit of an issue. He does get hit quite a bit. He gets his legs kicked up quite a bit. But overall, I think he's a well-rounded guy that until that fucking bell rings, he's in it. Like, he's in it. You're going to have to put this dude out. You're going to have to really, you know, and he's never been finished, but you're going to have to really do something to this guy to make him quit. Manuel Sousa, here's a guy who's built like a fucking fire hydrant, right? Jack muscles, but has cardio. Like, goes 3 rounds, and he does not the most technique in the world, but throws heavy shots. And eventually, if you can do that continuously for 3 rounds, which he's proven to do at least his last 2 fights, that's a lot to deal with for 3 rounds. Eventually, you're going to get hit by one of those fucking sledgehammers. And I think Sousa is freakishly athletic as well. He's very fast, and he's got that explosive, quick twitch muscle that can be problems. But Richie Miranda, though, if he can wear Sousa's shots and last a couple rounds in here, like halfway through the second, halfway through the third, Sousa's going to start doubting himself, and Miranda can put something together and maybe finish this or steal a decision. I love this fight, right? And again, I'm being a coward. I'm going chalk. I'm going Sousa. I just see Sousa having too much power in this spot here than Miranda, but Miranda is UFC level. I think he was UFC level when he beat Richie Lewis on the LFA. They should have called him up then, but, you know, what do I know? I think this dude can win some fights in the UFC for sure. And he's 31 and he's going to be active and he's durable and he's tough. And I just think right now Souza is just a little bit more powerful. And we'll see. But again, a guy built like Souza doesn't seem like should be able to go hard 3 rounds like he does. So there's going to be a time where he's going to maybe fucking slow down. This could be the fight. And you're getting a good money on Miranda, but I'm going to take Souza.
I'm with you. I think Miranda's just too hittable.
Yeah.
And Souza, even if he doesn't KO him, like he's going to wear a lot of damage.
Yeah.
I think Miranda's got to grapple, but I think Souza's good enough to weather the grappling and then get back to the striking. We got some super chats here. $5 from Timothy Mitchell. Appreciate you, brother.
Timbo, that's my guy.
Jigsaw MMA with the $1.99. Your dog is Elkins, isn't it, you dirty dog?
Hey, you have to wait for the find out, bro. You have to wait to find out.
Let's see. $1.99 from Jigsaw MMA. Also, did you see Tai Tua is being sacrificed? Yeah.
Dorita.
Oh man, that's a brutal match.
I always knew Despain would come back. UFC loves those kind of guys, and he went out and he proved he can win some fights. And yeah, they give him Tai, man. I just
Tai. Well, that's the thing. It's like if you're gonna bring Despain back, you got to give him somebody that can't grapple.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And the same thing with Tai. It's like you got to give him someone that can't grapple for shit. So
exactly. So it works out. Tai's not mad about it. Tai's like, oh shit, I get to strike with somebody. Problem is when Despain, at least he has proven when he actually stands up and hits people, it's a fucking problem.
Yeah. 199 from Z Merc 34. Finally catching you guys live, showing some love. I appreciate that, brother.
Thanks, Zach. Appreciate that, Bob.
Thanks for joining the show. We'll keep her moving and move up along the card. Heavyweight bout. We got Louis Sutherland comes in at minus 170, taking on Jose Montana. Sits at plus 149. I'm going based on Tapology. This guy's name is Jose Montana, but you probably find a bunch of different names for him. Jose Luis, Jose Miranda, De Silva, whatever. Jose, we'll just call him Jose. He's coming in here making his debut. He's 6-1. Only loss was by decision to Contender Series alum Richard Jacob. Louis Sutherland is not 11-0. I don't know why that's on the screen, but I'll have to talk to the graphics guy about that one.
Talk to the graphics guy. What the hell, graphics guy?
Graphics guy really fucking up on that one, but he's 11-5. He's 1-2 in the UFC, 3-2 in the last 5 losses to Walter Walker by heel hook and a KO loss to Breno Pericic in round 1. But he's coming off the big win by decision to Tai Tuivasa. Got his first W in the UFC and really just smothered the shit out of old Tai. Like 2 beached whales going in there and just
sure did
rolling around. But he got it done. So here he is as a favorite against Montana. What do you know about this Montana guy, BP? Because I really am not sure about this guy. I don't really think there's much to say. Based on watching his film. What do you think?
I mean, he's a jiu-jitsu guy. He's a big boy, and he wants to get you to the ground. His one loss was Richard Jacoby, who got absolutely starched by Austin Lane on the Contender Series. That's his one loss, a guy who got beat by Austin Lane. And you look at all his wins, 0-0, 1-0, Bruno De Jesus, his last fight to get him in the UFC, who was 3-0 for a title. What are they doing in Brazil? Just giving anybody title shots. I watched tape on this guy though. I saw 3 fights on him. And listen, he wants to get you to the ground. He's a tall guy. He throws a right hand, and then he bends that big ass body down and do a double leg. All these guys a double leg. His single leg is really weak. Not much of a body lock takedown. And he immediately hunts for mount, and he either wants to take her back or head and arm. Louis a bulldozer, right? Louis doesn't have much of a ground game, right? You know, he has good offensive wrestling, but he's going to want to stand up. He's 6'3", not that much shorter than Montana. And I think if he can stop some takedowns here, it's a problem because I think Montana is not good, right? Andy, 1975, I love you, brother, but I know you're taking Montana and then you're loading up on Gamrot. I don't know about that, brother. I never thought I'd pick Louis Sutherland in a fight. I think he's weak. I think, pre-UFC, he was on maybe some of that Russian stuff, and now he's not. But I'm taking Louis here. Minus 170 is a little bit of a stretch. I'm going to have to find out how to play that, maybe by knockout or something. Jose Montana can easily take Louis down and submit him. Again, he is heavy on top. His head and arm is pretty good, but he's head and arming guys who are really bad. And it's not like Louis great or anything, but he did get heel hooked by Walter Walker. That's his only submission loss. Who the fuck hasn't, right? You know what I mean? Who the fuck hasn't? Give me Louis, baby. And we're not looking back here. I'm taking Louis Sutherland. I think Montana is just one of those big Brazilian heavyweights that they bring in that is just not very fucking good. So give me Louis. Give me Louis, baby.
I'm with you. I'm like, I think this guy Montana fucking reeks of being a fraud, bum, jujitsu nerd fucker. That's probably just gonna go in there and like try to take him down, look for a sub. But if he can't take him down, he's gonna like curl up in a ball and lose.
Oh, yeah. The minute these big Brazilian dudes get like actually cracked, I mean, they completely just fucking melt. Oh shit!
Yeah, he's a jujitsu heavyweight. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. Like, is he gonna take him down and choke him out? Louis doesn't really look like he has much of a neck, especially when he's on the juice. He's got a full.
Yeah, look at his Tapology picture. That's the Louis that I tape studied. Was those traps? The fucking Vanilla Gorilla.
You know when Louis beat Ty, based on the Tapology ranks, I'm pretty sure Louis was the worst heavyweight on the roster.
I can believe it. I mean, listen, he got smoked out 2 fights. I mean, how can you rate a guy if he's getting done quick? Like
yeah, but like now he beats Tuivasa and he's a favorite. But the fact that he's a favorite against this guy, I feel like that's telling me something. Like this Montana guy just reeks of fraud, dude.
It does.
But do I want to lay -170 on Louis Sutherland?
I don't think
I don't think I can get myself to do that, BP.
No. I mean Louis by like KO though? Could you find your way around that?
What are the odds on that?
On DraftKings, Louis by KO is +185.
Yeah.
Louis by decision +275. I really hope this fight doesn't go to decision. It's gonna be really, really, really not fun to watch if this goes to decision. Hopefully
the upside with Louis though is he generally has always had good cardio for a big guy.
He's not. Yeah, his cardio is not terrible.
Yeah,
Montana to win by submission is 300. That's then I get that because Louis been submitted before, but this guy's jiu-jitsu is not Walter Walker jiu-jitsu. I don't. That number should be a little bit higher. Yeah, I'm confident now in Louis. I think Louis wins.
It's disgusting, but yeah, you got to go Louis. Got to go Big Lou.
Last comment. Never go Louis. I'm sorry, brothers. I never thought I'd go Louis. I never thought it, but here we are.
Hey, it should have been Louis against Ty. He fucking smoked Ty, man.
Yeah.
Like, did better than Taliesin Teixeira did, for sure.
Yeah.
So, let's move on to another disgusting fight. Light heavyweight bout. We got Dyer Nurgajai. Comes in at -152. Taking on Bruno Lopez. This is at +132. Lopez 1-2 in the UFC. Same with Nurgajai. And both guys came into the UFC off the Contender Series. Lopez did not have, much of a high ceiling when you're looking at him. Nurgajai did, though. People thought this guy Nurgajai was going to be pretty dang good. Then he lost 2 in a row, got subbed. Then he picked up a win as an underdog in his last fight against Tobias. So maybe he's putting things together. Maybe he's shoring up that takedown defense. Maybe he's shoring up that grappling. But he did almost get subbed at the end of 3rd round against Tobias. But for the most part, he held himself in control of that fight. Lopez, on the other hand, back-to-back KO losses, one to Jacoby, one to Navajo Sterling. So not bad losses, but, he got KO'd again. So 3 times. Every time he's lost is by KO.
Mm-hmm.
Striker versus grappler here. And it's not that Lopez can't strike, but if he wants to, take the path of least resistance, he probably should look to take this fight down to the ground. And yet the striker's -152. BP, where are we going with this disgusting slop heavyweight fight? Gross apex bullshit.
I'm taking Lopez. I think Dyer is soft. I think this guy is so soft. I think every hype and everything about him was so ballooned up and fake. I think this guy, both these guys have been finished by Benson Ribeiro. Let's just put that into perspective. Both these guys have been finished. Dyer got submitted. Bruno got finished, right? Or got KO'd. That's crazy, right? So they got to match them up. All right, loser leaves town. I get it. Lopez, even though he's not the best striker, and obviously chin is a problem, he moves kind of well on the feet a little bit. You know, he can pop some things out there and kind of move around. Dair's got that tick thing. He's got that weird shit that he does. It's a ticky thing. It's weird. The chat's talking about it. I just think this guy's completely soft. I really do. When things don't go his way, he's going to completely crumble. He did grind one out last time out, win a decision. Like you mentioned, he almost got finished, but he did grind that one out. Hopefully that gave him a little bit of confidence, but I think Lopez isn't a great fighter, but I think he's a little bit better than Dair, and I think he's a little bit more of a well-rounded fighter as well. I think Lopez can do more than Dair, and I think Dair is just absolutely Charmin soft. I think this guy is weak, and I like Lopez here at the dog money. I'm going to take him. I'm going to take him by finish. Probably sub. I don't know how I'm going to take. It's going to be a finish by Lopez if he wins. I'll have to pick my poison. Maybe I'll double chance it or something like that. But yeah, give me Lopez.
I'm going to go with Dair.
Okay.
For a couple of reasons. I think Lopez is, I mean, I kind of agree with you. Dair's a bit soft, but I also think Lopez's chin is just so glass.
It's not bad. It's not great. Yeah.
I mean, every fight starts on the feet, and both fights that Nurgazai got subbed in, he didn't get taken down.
Right.
Like, I don't think his takedown defense is fine, honestly. I don't think it's bad.
Well, he's like, I don't know. If I call him Russian, people are going to get very upset. What is he, Kazakhstan?
Kazakhstan.
Yeah, Kazakhstan. So he obviously got wrestling in his blood, right? He's got, you know what? His Tapology picture with his neck, it reminds me of like Matty Betts. Like he's like because Matty Betts has got like a really stout neck with some traps. He doesn't look like Matty Betts, but just the neck on his Tapology picture reminds me of Matty Betts.
Yeah. Yeah, but I gotta go with Nurgazai just because every fight starts on the feet. I don't think Lopez's wrestling is all that good, and his chin is just absolutely terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't really see Lopez as like Tobias is a much better athlete than Lopez, and Tobias did get 2 takedowns, but he wasn't really having a lot of success with the takedowns early on in the fight. And so if Lopez can extend him, he can sub him later. But I think Nurgazai's takedown defense holds up early, and then he chins him pretty early. Because, I mean, Lopez's chin is absolutely terrible. He got dropped by a jab from Jacoby, man. A jab.
I know.
A jab sat him down.
Yeah.
And
yeah, the chin's, I'm not going to defend his chin at all. You'll never hear me that.
Yeah.
It's Grant Dawson level bad chin for sure.
Yeah. I mean, if Lopez can get him down and sub him, so be it. But yeah, I would expect a guy that's been subbed twice to be working on his fucking jiu-jitsu. Okay. I think that's an
but he gets to the ground and he's defending like he's supposed to, and all of a sudden he's got to do his twitch thing.
Tick,
he's got the fucking tick, and he loses position.
I'm with you there, but I got to go with Nurgazai, and I think it's probably round 1 KO.
Yeah, I don't hate that at all.
There was a chat I wanted to address.
Acknowledge it. Acknowledge the chat.
Hey, chat, why didn't you make a most confident picks video last week? If you're in the live right now, you probably watched my other videos, but I just haven't had time to make the videos. We got PFL, we got UFC to research. I've been traveling and stuff, and we do this on Wednesday, and I usually record my picks video on Wednesday, but I got to like catch up with research and stuff. So I just haven't made it. I didn't make it for the OKC card. I didn't make it for last week. And I'm probably not going to make it for this week just because it's not that great of a card. But you get this podcast on Wednesday that you can listen to basically for the same thing. Just the picks video is a more condensed version. I don't know, what it's going to look like in the future. I'll definitely do it for the bigger cards, but the time that it takes to put together the whole production for that video just don't really. Yeah, I got other shit I got to do. Plus, I got a baby coming, and we got Contender Series coming. So
next week, right? Next week, Contender Series, right?
Next week, Contender Series, which will be
shout out my boy. Go follow him on Twitter. I'll give him a shout out. Zuck UFC on Twitter. Very sharp kid. Loves the Contender Series. Trindade also very sharp in the Contender Series as well. They're gonna do Zuck. He's gonna do some breakdowns on X Twitter exclusively, so go give him a follow. He was like 65% or something last year. It's a good follow if you want to win some money at Contender Series, because I always get asked to break down the Contender Series and I never do, just because I'm not I don't know the guys coming in as much as I used to, right? Because life, it gets busy, as you were just talking about. Yeah. But I always try to point to other directions. Like if you're doing it, obviously you're great at what you do. Trent's also amazing, and then Zuck's going to do it this year. So I love people putting out content. So shout out to the content nerds of cranking out the MMA stuff. I want to give this some love.
Yeah, I've done breakdowns for Contender Series the past like 3 years, I think.
Wow.
For like every fight for every card. But this year, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it at like a high level production level.
Yeah.
I'll probably try to get something out so you guys could get my thoughts on the fights, but the baby's going to be coming in like 2 weeks or so. So
I don't know if the chat knows, but babies are a lot of work, and Hayden's going to have 2.
They are. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot, Babs.
2 under 2. So
yeah, that's a lot.
You're probably not going to see a ton of YouTube content from me just because it takes a lot more time to make, but I might just try to do like quick live streams without having to put together slides and everything, just so you guys can get my thoughts. But that'll be next week, so stay tuned to the show. Hit the notification bell so you can get notified if I do go live to break down some Contender Series. But I definitely got to research them too, which takes time. Yeah. So I'm going to try to more dial in the research before I hop into like a video to get it out. But let's move on. We got a heavyweight bout. Steven Asplin, -300, taking on Guilherme Pat, +245. Guilherme Pat, 1-1 in the UFC, lost to Thomas Peterson, a training partner of Steven Asplin. Asplin, 1-1 in the UFC, coming off the loss to Vitor Petrino. So both guys coming off losses, but one guy's -300. Kind of jumps off the board a little bit. But you do look at the level of opposition. I would say Vitor Petrino is a better fighter than Thomas Peterson. That is backed up by when they fought, and Petrino knocked him out. So a tougher matchup for Asplin, but coming into this one, striker versus striker. So they're going to be able to let their hands go. Asplin, more of a volume guy. Pat, more of a precision striking type of guy. So which one is going to prevail here, BP? Are we going with the -300, or are we taking a shot on Guilherme Pat at +245?
Yeah, I rode with Pat last time out against Thomas Peterson, and he landed 17 strikes. He threw nothing, did nothing, stood there, did nothing, right? What are you doing? Again, I mean, Thomas Peterson's an okay guy, but like he's there to be hit, bro, and you did nothing. You froze. You lost a majority decision, and you were complaining about the decision. It's like you lean at 17 strikes, brother. Like you need to be more active. He's obviously athletic. He obviously has that. He's got that karate, taekwondo style. So it's like real kind of in and out, quick twitch. Then you got Steven Asplin, who every time he cracks a mic, he's great. You love him, right? You know, he lost all that weight. Inspirational for a lot of people. And he puts punches together. He's super high volume. It doesn't look like he would have like really good cardio, but he does. He lands a lot of strikes for heavyweight. But his last time out against Vitor Petrino, he slowed down tremendously. There was times where he had Vitor hurt, and he just kind of stared at him and didn't have that extra gear to finish him, right? And he lost that fight, but he also showed an incredible fucking chin in that fight. Jesus Christ. Vitor Petrino, the one thing about him is I think his chin's a little weak, but he can crack, and he cracked Asplin a lot, and Asplin took it well. I like Asplin here at -300. I think he's going to overwhelm Gamrot Pat. I think Gamrot Pat's like little slick shit that he does and wants to be fancy and pretty and not really get ugly. He might land a couple shots. So I think Asplin's gonna eat it pretty well, and I think Asplin's just gonna keep moving forward. I really hope he cleaned up the cardio that plagued him his last time against Vitor Petrino, because I think Gamrot Pat, you can get a finish if you really just out-volume this guy, because I think Asplin isn't the biggest powerful guy in the world. I think he's more of a guy that's going to wear you down as opposed to like one punch. So get back to your roots of just constant pressure, constant volume, mix up the shots to the body to the head. And, you know, this guy wants to stay clean. He wants to stay pretty. He wants to stay at distance. Fuck all that. March forward, walk through his shit, and put hands on him. And I like Asplin. A little surprised he's -300 after coming off the loss. But again, Gamrot Pat coming off a loss as well, and he did fucking nothing. So I guess it's not that surprising to me. But yeah, I like Steven Asplin here.
I agree with everything you said, but I still don't think you can lay -300 on Asplin.
It's tough. It's tough to find. And listen, the only reason I think I'm doing it, because I think I will bet Asplin. Maybe I'll put him in some kind of parlay, or maybe bet him, like maybe bet KO. It's just because to me, the card's a little thin on betting, right? For me, you know, like other people might have spots that they love. This is a spot I feel at least confident in because I do think Gamrot Pat is a little bit soft. I think Asplund could break him. But I agree with you. Minus 300 is...
It's tough because he's
tough.
like, he doesn't wrestle. He's a striker, but he's super hittable. Like, yeah, he has a lot of volume, but he also gets hit a lot.
Yeah.
So it's not really like, he's putting up Holloway numbers where he's putting up, 300 and his opponent's only landing, 80 or 90. He's getting hit with 6.6 significant strikes per minute. And he got outstruck by Petrino late in the fight where you would expect, Asplund being the guy that has, better cardio, being the guy that lands more. I will say I think Asplund has a little bit more power on the feet than Pat. I think he's definitely got more volume than Pat. Pat's so fucking low volume. But I think with how hittable Asplund is, Pat's going to be able to land volume here. So I think it's just a war of attrition. I do trust Asplund, but in a war of attrition, like I don't want to be laying minus 300 on Asplund. Yeah. I think Pat probably wins round one if he lets his hands go because he's going to be faster. He's longer. Right. I think he's got better defense as well.
His footwork's pretty, he's quick. His footwork's good. Yeah.
Asplund's a decent athlete, though, for how big he is. And so I can't lay it on Asplund. I was looking to parlay him. Like, right after the Serbia card, I looked at the odds, and I was like, I feel like I could parlay Asplund, but nah, you just can't do it, man. Just can't do it. I think he's a good live bet spot after round one. Sure. Especially if they have like a pretty action-packed round one, because I think Pat, based on his regional tape, he wasn't like knocking people out. He was hurting them, but he wasn't really like following up. He had like no killer instinct whatsoever, and I feel like that's because he's afraid to gas out. Mm-hmm. Like against this Mauricio Queiroz guy that he KO'd in the third, I feel like he could have KO'd him at like any point in that fight, but he just took zero risk. And I feel like if he hurts Asplund, but he doesn't finish him, Asplund's going to make him pay later on in the fight. So maybe Asplund late finish, but I'd probably just look to live bet it and see.
Asplund round 2 plus 600 and Asplund round 3 is 10 to 1,000. So for KO, if you're playing KO, which I imagine, I don't think he's just sub Pat, but who knows?
Yeah. One thing with Asplund though, too, before we move on, is his chin is way up in the air.
Yeah. Well, because you know why? It's because it's a good chin. He hasn't been cracked yet. The minute he gets knocked out, the minute he's going to want to start tucking that shit. He hasn't felt it yet. He probably does well in the gym. He obviously gets cracked in fights and he's okay. The minute you get cracked and your shit goes out, you're gonna be like, oh shit, I need some defense.
Never forget he lost to Denzel Freeman, guys.
Yeah.
All right. He's not the shit. He knocked out Anthony Garasio on the Contender Series, who's now 3-3. He's lost 2 fights after the Asplund fight, and he beat Sean Sharaf.
Yeah.
Who's getting fed to Gable Steveson. So
yeah, he is.
He hasn't proven anything as far as what he can do in the UFC is getting wins. So be careful with the minus 300, but I do think he wins. All right, before we go to the main card, I want to remind you for the giveaway on 3-Punch Combo this week, we're running it back. The top 2 people who are up the most units will win a $300 guaranteed prize pool. $200 to first place, $100 to second place. You can pick as many fights as you want. You're not required to pick every fight. And the top 2 people who are up the most units will get the bag. So make your picks on 3punchcombo.com. Download the app, 3-Punch Combo in the App Store. Make your picks. You can sign up for free, or you can join the paid version and get the full access to the forums. And they just added a nice little thing about the bet slips and stuffs too, which I put mine in last week and it did not hit. It was the Serbian special, but
Serbian special.
Oh well. But link down in the description below. EP, anything about that one?
No, I mean, listen. I mean, everyone knows how I feel about 3PC. It's the best place for fans. And yeah, shout out Ding Bets last week, and I know my boy Timbo won it 2 weeks ago. So yeah, let's get your picks in. Try to win some money, babe.
Let's make some coin. I thought I was going 100% last week. Maybe this week is the week. Go 12.
One of these days, I'm going to do it, and I guarantee when I do it, I'll go 14-0 or 12-0 or whatever. And 14 other people will be 12-0. I'll end up split. You know what I mean? Like splitting the money with end up getting $14.
R.I.P. Alan Nascimento. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The start of the show, I saw them walking in the casket.
Yeah,
that was fucking that hard. That was tough to watch, but
yeah.
Fucking Alan Nascimento. How old was he? 35?
34, 35, in incredible shape, died of a heart attack in his sleep. I mean, we all know life's short. You know, I don't have to tell you that, but that's crazy. A high level athlete like that dying in his sleep of a heart attack is scary business, man. Scary business. But yeah, RIP Alan Nascimento, thinking about his family. He just had an awesome fight, you know, like what, June, I think? So yeah, it's scary, bro.
Yeah, I think it was June. Yeah, that's tough. Because, I mean, you know, you want to know answers. Like, why did he have a heart attack in his sleep, right?
And it's crazy because, like, you know, a lot of times, like, guys will die of, like, congenital heart problems, or they'll be like, oh, yeah, he had a heart defect that the doctors miss. But he's a UFC fighter. He has to get physicals quite a bit, right? And extensive physicals. You got to imagine at least one doctor, if it was a heart problem, would have caught that. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just super sad that he died, man, and the way he died, you know, sudden.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to think, like, is it weight cut? That many weight cuts? Because he did have a big weight cut.
Yeah, weight cut. I mean, listen, the body's crazy. I know the weight cuts usually affect your kidneys really bad. They can shut your kidneys down bad. Maybe that has an effect on your heart as well. I mean, again, I don't know, but yeah, it's Pure Spaz says Alan pulled out from her illness early in this year. Maybe that has something lingering. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Could be the COVID shot.
Yeah, COVID shot. Tony Fauci killing everybody out there.
Yeah.
Playing the fifth out there. Plead the fifth.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers fucking, I'm not an Aaron Rodgers guy, numerous reasons, but I mean, obviously he's a Steelers quarterback, so that's number one. But he was so dead on that when he wasn't vaccinated, and the amount of shit ESPN gave him and the amount of clips they ran with it, articles they posted, and the minute he was kind of vindicated and Tony Fauci is out there pleading the fifth about all this shit being bullshit, and no one's reporting that, and he went on Pat McAfee show and fucking buried ESPN. That was good to see. I like when people get vindication. That's nice.
Yeah. Fuck that Fauci dude.
Anthony Fauci.
What
grown man has a diary too? They were reading his diary, and apparently, like, he just kept talking about how he loves seeing himself on the news. It's like, bro, you're like 80-something years old. What the fuck are you talking about?
God. Get out of here. Well, Darren Elkins is still kicking. It's his retirement fight in the featherweight bout here against Yair Del Val, who's minus 800. Elkins plus 561. He's 42, 2 years older than BP, and he looks a lot older than BP, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he's got some damage on him.
19-11 in his UFC career. He's coming in here as the biggest dog on the card against the fraud himself, Yair Del Val, who won a fraudulent fight and then proceeded to shit talk me for saying it was a fraudulent fight. And his karma came in the form of a decision loss to Jordan Levitt his last time out as a big favorite. So here he is, minus 800. I want nothing more than for him to lose to Darren Elkins. It would be scenes if Darren Elkins came out with a masterclass grappling performance and just choked this guy out with 2 seconds left in the third round after beating the fuck out of him on the ground. I want to see it.
Yeah.
I want to see it. Darren Elkins, round 3. I'm going to play it for the vibes. I'm playing.
I love it. Listen, I'm not going to take Elkins, but I will say this. Darren Elkins, he obviously can't take a shot anymore. This is a retirement fight. He's 42. The damage is taking a lot of damage of his career, but he is a sneaky good grappler. Like, even when he gets taken down, he is hard to hold down. He can really hit switches. He can scramble really, really good. He is hard to fucking hold down. And when he takes your back, he's got a good rear naked choke. DeVal looked like shit against Jordan Levitt. Like, he looked like absolute garbage. Like, he couldn't grapple for the life of him. So if you're DeVal, not much of a striker, but you gotta come out here and strike with Elkins. You gotta fucking make him bleed. You gotta KO him. That's what you gotta do. You grapple with Elkins, it could be a problem here. And I want to take Elkins. I do. You know what? Fuck it. What's holding me back? I'll take Elkins too. Plus 561. Round 3 submission is a beautiful bet. DeVal looked so bad against Levitt, and there's nothing against Jordan Levitt. Jordan Levitt is a fine grappler, and he does good in that space, but he's not that good. He's not that good to shut you down the way he did DeVal. And Darren Elkins is fucking crafty in the ground. So as long as Darren Elkins doesn't get knocked out and DeVal isn't a big power puncher, this grappling is going to be, in my opinion, maybe 50-50. And we'll see, because Darren Elkins is really tricky on the ground. I'll ride with you. Fuck it. I'm not taking DeVal. Yeah, let's go. I'll take Darren Elkins.
Elkins round 3 sub is 60-1.
I love it. God, I fucking
60-1. I mean, come on. Like, I know Elkins looked awful against DeRosa.
Yeah.
But the fight before that,
power knockout, it's a different style.
Before that, he won against Pineda. He won against TJ Brown. The Elkins versus DeRosa, it's a tough matchup for Elkins because, for one, Erosa's big and long, and he has a crazy jiu-jitsu guard that it's like very hard to hold him down because he's so scrambly. And he got a takedown on Erosa, but Erosa scrambled out of it. Then he's on the feet, and yeah, if Elkins is on the feet, he doesn't have much to offer. But in the small cage, like if Elkins just goes out there, grabs a single, gets him down, and he doesn't get KO'd in the first, like, things could get interesting.
Yeah, dude. And that's what he's done his whole career is he gets fucked up. And the minute you think he's out, you're on the ground and you're all of a sudden like, oh shit, this dude's got my back, but I'm okay. And then he fucking chokes you out. Like, his wrestling is good. Like Tristan Connolly, say what you want about Tristan Connolly, and it was a few years ago. Tristan Connolly's a really good wrestler. He's a solid Canadian wrestler. He out wrestled Michel Pieda, way under, he shouldn't have been fighting giant Pieda, but he did. And Darren Elkins beat him, like out wrestled him, out grappled him, and looked good in that fight. Like Darren Elkins is solid in the grappling, and that's how DeVal wins fights. Minus 800 on this fraud. Get him out of here. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, this is brutal, man. I mean, like, Elkins probably getting KO'd in the first, but like, I mean, at the odds, you can't bet DeVal minus 800.
No.
I mean,
prove it, DeVal. If you're really minus 800, go out there. And Darren Elkins has already said he's retiring. He'll never do BKFC because he's bled too much. This is it for him. You're out. You go put him out then if you're so fucking badass, Mr. Cuban boy. Look, Cuban boy.
Yeah,
go do it.
Let's see it. Let's see it. And if he does finish Elkins in round 1 and he celebrates,
yeah, he'll celebrate.
Get lost, buddy.
Yeah,
all right. If you celebrate finishing Elkins in round 1 at 42, you should just be cut on the spot. Like, just walk it off like you were supposed to.
You KO him, you do this, you go over, you shake his hand, and that's it. Because it was like what I forget the fucking guy's name. Ihor Poteri, I think his name was, when he knocked out Shogun.
Oh my God.
He did the little thing with the gun. And he goes, no, I didn't shoot him. I pointed up in the air. Fuck you. You knocked out a 100-year-old Shogun, bro. Dude, I hated that guy forever because of that.
Oh my God. In Brazil, too.
In Brazil. He did his little fucking.
So
no. I shot in the air. No, fuck you, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
No wonder he's been out of the UFC for a while, but fuck that guy.
That was brutal. All right, let's move on to some ladies. BP gets to talk about the chicks. Again, we got a straw weight about Amanda Lemos plus 200, Alexa Tainara minus 240. 3-0 in the UFC for Tainara. Wins over Molly McCann, Loma Luke Boonmay, Bruna Brazil, and now she gets the former title challenger, Amanda Lemos, who's 39, 11 years younger, is Alexa Tainara at 28. Tainara, training partner of Amanda Hebos, has looked very dominant in all of her fights. So I can understand why she's the favorite here, but a big step up in competition. And Lemos, not that long ago, has a win over Mackenzie Dern. So I've been on the Lemos train for past couple fights. Better at plus 300 against Tatiana Suarez. It was a close decision, 29-28. I bet her against Jillian Robertson, plus 200. It's a close decision, 29-28. And in both of those fights, it really just came down to the shit IQ of Amanda Lemos. And so at 39, she must be getting dementia or something because she doesn't know what the fuck to do ever. She's a good striker. She's not a bad grappler. She's got subs. She's got good, like, solid takedown defense, but she's just constantly pulling guillotine. She's constantly re-wrestling, trying to scramble, and it's like, just fucking stand up. So I think that's how she loses here. I think Tainara is probably going to have some shaky moments in here, but she's got elite cardio. She throws a ton at you as far as takedown attempts, significant strikes. As long as she doesn't get finished, like, I wouldn't rule out Lemos catching her in a fucking guillotine, or like clocking her with a big shot and maybe TKOing her, but I don't trust her to do it at 39. So I think it's Tainara by decision once again.
Yeah, I like Tainara big here. I like Tainara by finish, actually. I love her tenacity. Like, she can strike. I know she's got no KOs on a record, but she can strike. Her Contender Series fight, she only had 101 strikes, 73 her last time out against Bruno Brazil. And she's getting better. And obviously her bread and butter is the ground. Like, her takedowns are pretty good, but they're tenacious, right? She doesn't give up after just one little try. She'll keep working, doesn't give up, cool, or doesn't get it, cool. We'll strike a little bit. I'm going to go back at you. I think she's going to wear down Lemos. I see Lemos just getting broken there. You know, the high volume, the high pace. She's like, I'm 39. I just got my hair done for this. Like, what the fuck? This girl won't stop. She will just give me a minute. Not gonna happen. I think Tainara's gonna be all over her ass in this fight. I would love a finish. I would love a submission. I would love something kind of like that. That's what I would play. Tainara, but Lemos her last couple times out against really good people who can get some finishes. Jillian Robertson on the ground, for example. She played it safe and did not get finished. But Tainara by submission is plus 380. I think I'll play that. I like Tainara big here. I think she's a rising star in this division. I think she's incredibly well-rounded. We haven't seen her really kind of face adversity yet. Yes, she's got one loss way back when outside the UFC, but we haven't really seen her like kind of like in one, right? And I kind of want to see how she reacts when she's in one, right? I think she's going to have enough will and heart power to go through it, like maybe have a round here. But yeah, I know chicks, and I like Tainara big here, minus 240. I actually thought she'd be a lot higher than Lemos because Lemos is a bit older and coming off some losses. Minus 240, I think, is a good number. So yeah, I like Tainara. I like Tainara big, baby.
Yeah, she's nasty, man. She just makes you miserable the whole fight. Yeah. And I feel like a 39-year-old Lemos is just not going to be game for a miserable fight. So
she's like, can you just give me a break? It's too much.
She'll probably be pulling guillotine when Tainara is like not even shooting a takedown.
Just to be on her back and be like, let me play guard for a little bit.
Yeah,
I can't be on the field.
Just pull guard like from the
Let me play.
Round 2, she's getting beaten up in round 1. She just falls to her back and says, "Come on,
let's play guard for a little bit. Yeah, let's see what you got in the guard."
Moving on, we got a welterweight bout. Ty Miller minus 385 taking on Billy Ray Goff, who sits at plus 306. Billy Ray Goff is 1-2 in the UFC, not 2-1. Graphics guy really fucking up this week. He's 9-4 though in the UFC. Ty Miller undefeated, 26 years of age, 6'2" compared to 5'10". He's gonna have a 5-inch reach advantage. He's coming in here as a hefty favorite. Ty Miller was once a BigJive picks blocker, but we got it figured out.
Okay, good.
Apparently, he didn't know why he had blocked me at one point. But
sure, Ty. Good excuse there, bro.
Here on the BigJive Picks YouTube channel, we are now supporters of Ty Miller because the unblocking is, a sign of good faith, and we backed him in his UFC debut. He got it done, round 1 KO. So we'll see what he does here as a big favorite. BP, what do you think?
Yeah, so Dick Saw MMA. I mentioned earlier I was taking a big dog. He thought it was Darren Elkins, which I did take Darren Elkins, but that was a kind of a pick switch. That was more of an emotional, fuck it, Elkins last walk. I'm going with them, fuck the Val, because I originally had the Val written down. But what I got is Billy Ray Goff here, baby, at plus 206.
Really?
So listen, Ty Miller is really long, 77.5-inch reach at 6'2" for this division. Billy Ray Goff coming off a loss over Trey Waters, who's a giant guy for the division. Didn't look great, right? Billy's been out for a little bit. He's actually coming off 2 losses. But he's fucking nasty, right? Especially on the feet. Like, he's tenacious. He's a tough dude. And I think he'll hunt Ty Miller down. Ty Miller has had a little bit of a padded record. He's only 7-0. He hasn't been in that fire yet. He looked really good against Adam Fugit. Billy Ray Goff, you know, when you got 3 names, you're not just Billy Goff, you're not Ray Goff, you're Billy Ray Goff. When you got 3 names, you got an extra gear. All right, that's just scientific fact. You got an extra level. And this dude's tough. He's durable. Like, he's not the most shiny fighter in the world. He's not the most cleanest fighter in the world, but he's fucking tenacious. And with this big number at plus 206, I can see him hurting Ty to the body, really kind of putting it on him, and just maybe like kind of Nate Landwehr it, baby. Nate Landwehr just actually got booked against Rat Garbage, Mando Nala, which should be interesting. But Nate the Train, he reminds me of Nate the Train a little bit. Just volume and tenacity and just never giving up and then breaking you eventually. Not the most skilled guy in the world, just a tough dude. And Ty Miller, only 7-0. I know he's got some upside to him. People like him. He, you know, trains at a good camp in Albuquerque. But yeah, give me Billy Ray Goff at this huge dog money. Billy Ray Goff, baby. I love saying his name, baby. Yeah, I just think he gets it done. And I think it's like round 2, round 3 KO. Which when you chase those numbers, I'm sure they're fucking gorgeous because of the line we got set right here. So Billy Ray Goff, KO round 2, 1,800, 18-1. Billy Ray Goff, KO round 3, 25-1, 2,500. So yeah, I'm taking shots, babe. I'm taking shots. You know what I mean? Timbo, Christian, you've already seen my sicko. You know I'm taking shots this week. So fuck it. I'm taking shots.
I think that's fair. I mean, I do think the line's a bit wide. Like, Miller's pretty one-dimensional with his boxing. I do think he's the more like clean technical boxer with a longer reach. And he's more built for, economically sustaining his pace over 15 minutes. But like, Goff to me is just kind of like a dog. Like, he's going to go in there and make it ugly in the small cage. I think he has a much better chance to make it ugly.
Yeah.
With his pressure, he throws a lot at you. So yeah, I mean, I don't hate the dog shot on Goff. I think it is a tough ask. Because I don't really see him KOing Ty.
It could happen. Just getting wore down, babe.
It could happen because he's only 7-0, so it's not like you can look back on tape and
exactly. He's young. He's young in the game, and
I mean, I definitely get the dog shot. I think it's probably a Miller, like maybe Miller just sparks him early, but
right. Miller could end this early. I mean, Miller's a talented guy. If you're going to catch him early, young in his career, this is the time to catch him. You know, this is a rough and tumble guy like Billy Ray Goff. I mean, forget it about it.
I don't really see Ty Miller as like some nasty KO artist, though. No. Like, I kind of feel like it could be a decision. Like,
he's got some good clinches, but yeah, he's not like a fucking one punch.
Yeah,
seems home.
It seems high for Ty. I expected it to be closer, like minus 220.
Yeah.
25.
It is high. It is high. I agree.
Tom Brady in his podcast said Ty can grapple. He fought one of Sean's boys in the regional scene. Well, he hasn't subbed anybody. His takedown defense is also not very good. But he does get up pretty quick. And I don't really see Goff as like a good grappler. I mean, Brahim, I got him with the guillotine in his last fight. And I'm pissed I didn't fucking bet that because I bet Trey Waters by sub at like 6-1 on Goff, and he had a couple attempts. And of course, I didn't bet Brahim by sub, but maybe that's a little sneaky play. Miller by sub. What is that?
He's a big, tall, long dude. I mean,
improving grappling. Goff does stick his head in some bullshit a lot.
Yeah, and those long arms. I mean, those long arm guys.
Miller by sub 20-1. Wow,
that's nice.
Wow,
20-1.
Not saying he'll get the submission, but that he's not as one-dimensional as you. Well, I'm just saying he's not gonna like go out there and grapple people himself.
Yeah, you know? Ty Miller on DraftKings is 14-1 by submission. Other books might have him 21, but staring at DraftKings 14-1.
Hey, Jack,
he's 20-1. I bet that. Have you betting Terry Waters PF this week?
Probably, dude. I looked at his matchup. I think it's. I mean,
by the way, we didn't talk about PFL because that's not what we do here. But Usman looked fucking great. He looked fucking great. Dakota, I mean, she fought a 9-5 girl. So
bro, fuck that bitch.
You want her to finish, and then she's very upset that they booed her. But you fought a 9-5 setup fight, right? Like you should have finished. But Usman, I mean, and then I know Jake Paul went in there and kind of ruined things or whatever. I don't know why he was even on the mic. Just let Usman have his moment, but hopefully Usman signs with the UFC. I think he's an exciting guy.
I don't think he wants to deal with the Jake Paul PFL.
Unless MVP and PFL roll out like a big amount of money, feed your family, do what you got to do. But yeah, you'll never be considered best in the world. I feel like Khabib and those boys, they know we're going to take a little bit of a pay cut, but we're going to be the fucking best in the world over here. And now that Islam's at 170, 155 is wide open for Usman.
I don't think they need money.
Yeah, I think they're okay. Yeah, you're right. Well, Usman just talked about how Umar, who hasn't really been in the UFC all that long, he's fought for the title and everything, but he's already retired their parents with his money.
You don't need that much money in Dagestan,
That's
bro.
a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
They live in the mountains, bro.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. You don't need a lot of money, but yeah, that's good. Take care of your parents with some of your cash. Now this fucking thing that we're gonna call a co-main event next. Here we go.
Main event. We got a lightweight bout. Billy Quarantillo comes in at +149, taking on Diego Ferreira -170. Diego, 10-7 in the UFC, 41 years of age, 1 year older than BP. And Billy Q, 3 years younger than BP at 37. Billy Q, I thought he retired, honestly, after his last fight against Cub Swanson, but apparently he didn't. But he's coming off a knee injury. I believe he tore his meniscus and had to get it fully, surgically repaired. Ouch. So that's why he's been out. Diego Ferreira, though, at 41, coming off the KO, lost to Alexander Hernandez last September. He hasn't looked awful, but he is on a 2-fight losing streak to Grant Dawson and Alexander Hernandez. Billy Q now on a 2-fight losing streak as well after getting KO'd by Cub Swanson back in December of 2024. So about a year and 8 months off for Billy Q. And I don't really think we're getting a great version of him to begin with. So Billy Q might be washed. Diego Ferreira might be washed. Which washed guy are you taking here, BP?
Yeah, this I told Hayden pre-show, this co-main event is just an absolute joke. I'm not one of those shit on the UFC cards like a lot of people are, but this being co-main is crazy. I mean, Billy Q, he's cooked. I mean, listen, I thought he retired as well. He's injured, he's coming back, but the only thing he had going for him was like the volume and the pressure. Once you get through that, there's not much there. I mean, he couldn't knock out Damon Jackson. He landed 100 strikes, couldn't knock out Damon fucking Jackson, right? Diego Ferreira, this guy's losing to decent competition. He's got power in his hands. You go back to that Mountus Rambecki fight. He looked phenomenal, right? His grappling's pretty good. He got stifled by Grant Dawson, who's an incredible grappler, didn't get finished. And then you get finished your last time out. But this is a guy who has power, who has submission and capability, who has a good ground game. The only issue is he's 41, and he hasn't looked good his last 2 out. Billy Q is going to march forward. He's going to get clipped by Diego. Diego's going to take a neck or something home. That's how I see this fight going. It's been in my head. I've been dreaming about it. I think Billy Q is going to use that volume that he always does on the forward step. He's going to get his legs kicked. He's going to get tagged by Diego. He's still got a little bit of power, and Diego's going to take a neck home. I like Diego Ferreira. I like Diego by submission. And I'm taking the 41-year-old. I ain't looking back, baby. Us 40 boys need to stick together. Us 40 boys need to stick together.
You do.
So, yeah, I like Diego.
So Billy Q did have a baby like a week or two ago. I think it was like 10 days ago. So you could look at it as new dad strength.
Sure.
But honestly,
you can look at it as a guy being very tired as well.
I think that's an awful, awful look to be going into a fight off of a year and 8 months off. Back from meniscus reconstruction.
Yeah.
And you just had a baby. Oh, like
a lot on the burners there, Billy. A lot on the burners.
This seems like a paycheck type of fight, especially if you knew you're going to have a baby. Babies are expensive. You go in there, you get your paycheck, and you let the chips fall where they may. And I think they're going to fall in the favor of Diego Ferreira, man. I know he's older, but I feel like we've seen a better version of Diego Ferreira compared to Billy Q. As you said, Billy Q's style is just eat everything that's thrown at you and then, take over as the fight goes on. But Diego's cardio has always been solid. You're not going to fucking melt him unless you're an elite grappler like Gamrot, Gregor Gillespie, like anything that Quarantilla throws at him in the grappling area, I feel like Fajeda's going to be fine there. And then on the feet, I think Billy Q's just unbelievably hittable. And Diego's not the biggest power puncher, but he's definitely serviceable. He's going to throw a lot of volume. He's going to hit him a bunch. And I think Diego gets it done, man. I know he's 41. It's tough to be confident in a 41-year-old, but I actually think he's at a better spot than Billy Q. And it's not to say Diego's in a great spot, but Billy Q at this point, no thank you. No
Dixon Sider is rallying hard around Billy Q here. Is Dixon Sider a big Billy Q fan? I mean, Billy seems like a cool guy. I mean, up there he said Billy was killing himself to make weight, right? Like this dude's making excuses for Billy here.
Billy Q is not on the level of Navajo Sterling at this point, dude.
Billy for the millie. So Dixon Sider's a Billy Q. We found a guy that Dixon Sider likes. I love it. Okay, good. Shout out Billy Q. I know there was a guy on Twitter that was really good friend. It was the Bane. Anybody remember Ben Davis, the Bane? Remember that guy? Yeah, Ben Davis. Yeah, I think him and Billy were like real tight at one point.
Yeah, he's always been like big on the social media, like and I've never liked that. If you're big on social media like that, that means you're not that good of a fighter. Just saying. It's like you're trying to get fans by being active on Twitter. It's like, dude, come on, chill out, get back in the gym,
hit the gym, bro.
Fucking gym. All right, that brings us to the main event of the evening. After we break down the main event, we'll rip some cards, and then we'll get into the segments, the empty, the clip, the three-punch parlay, and the sicko parlay. But let's talk this lightweight bout. Mateusz Gamrot plus 112, taking on Quillan Salkilld minus 132. Salkilld 5-0 in the UFC, just knocked out Benny Dariush. Gamrot 9-4 in the UFC, just submitted Esteban Ribovics. He's 35 compared to 26 for Salkilld. Salkilld, a couple inches taller. A 4.5-inch reach advantage. BP, take it away. What do you think?
I love this main event. I love what they're doing with Salkilld. I think this kid's got big personality. He's obviously shown it in the cage. You know, they're matching up pretty well, right? I mean, Contender Series wins a decision against Gay Jung, who's currently in the UFC. Solid win there. Gay Jung's a pretty guy to put out. Then they give him Ansel Jubilee, who might be one of the worst UFC fighters of all time. Puts him out under 20 seconds. What you're supposed to do. You know, Asmus took him the decision. Tough, gritty fight. Salkilld showed I got takedowns, land 8 of them. I can strike and I can go 3 rounds. I'm not just a 1-round guy. And then he gets the next 3 out in round 1. But guys, I mean, Nassau Haprass was a good win. Jamie Larkey, old cement head, you know, got neck cranked. Something's going on there. And then Benny Dariush is just a corpse at this point. So then you get Gamrot, who is fired up. If he said, if I get Dustin Poirier in my corner, if Dustin Poirier corners me, I'm an animal. No one's going to beat me. Like, right? Like, they're good friends. And this dude's working an American Top Team. He's got a unique style, a hard style to really kind of get used to, right? Because he's diving at your legs always, right? He's got a solid chin. His submission offense is getting better. It's not like world class, but it's getting better. And Salkilld is just kind of styled on everybody. He hasn't had a problem yet. I seriously doubt he's going to come out here and put Gamrot out with one shot. I doubt he's going to finish him in round 1. I'm really curious to see how skilled Salkilld is, right? To see what he really is about. Because if he can go 5 rounds hanging with Gamrot and winning 5-round decision, right? And looking good doing it and showing an incredible well-rounded game, good takedown offense, maybe some good sweeps off his back because he's eventually will get taken down. And obviously his striking is proven to be pretty good. His kicks are obviously phenomenal, powerful. But Gamrot's not easy to put out. Gamrot is not an easy dude to get out of there. And with that being said, Andy, 1975 for weeks has been telling me, Gamrot, feed your family with Gamrot. You know what I mean? I got 2 girls. I got a wife. You know, I want to feed my family. I'm listening to Andy, 1975, baby. I'm going Mateusz Gamrot plus 112. Give me the dog. I'm really excited about this fight because I do think Salkilld is a talented fighter, and I just want to see more. I want to see more. I want to see him go more than a round, and especially with a high-level guy like Gamrot, it will be interesting to see what kind of skills he really has. But I do think he's very good.
BP going with Gamrot, the underdog plus 112.
Gamrot. I didn't even read. I know, sorry to cut you off real quick. you and Russ were having a little exchange about this because I know Russ is on Gamrot. I didn't even read like the back and forth you guys were having because I want to hear it from you first to see what your thoughts on the fight were organically.
Should I bring up the text?
I mean, if you want, yeah, I did. Like I said, I didn't read them. I was I was like, I saw him and I'm like, I'm gonna, check in because I know Russ likes Gamrot, but I'm like, maybe I want to hear.
So
obviously Hayden's got some.
Says Captain Russ. He said he's shipping Gamrot this Saturday. I said, what's your reasoning?
Didn't he use the word easy too? He said something about it being easy.
Easy money. Yeah, he said easy money. He said, well, first of all, Quillen has never beaten anyone. Head kick on hack brass. Okay, fine, but also could be considered a luck shot. Anywhere near as good as who Gamrot has beaten. He's never fought a high level pressure wrestler. Gamrot is absurdly underrated. Quillen is probably overrated. One of these perfect storms where fans bet on the very popular fighter, moved the odds in favor of bettors riding the opponent. In parentheses, McGregor effect. Do you not agree? I said, see where you're coming from, but I don't think Salkilld is that big of a fan favorite to drive a ton of line movement. He opened -110. He's currently -132. I've never been good at Gamrot fights, but it's tough for me to believe Gamrot just wet blankets him. Salkild's a good grappler and better striker. Lightweight is just tough to get past these vets, so I can see why the Gamrot plus money is enticing. He said, yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see on the fan live movement as we get closer to the fight, but can we really say Salkilld is a good grappler? Like, who has he proven this against? A good striker? Okay, flashy, yes, it may be technical to the eye, but also not proven against anyone high-quality fights in a row. It's not like he put Beneil in the prime of his career or something. The guy has been chinning like 5 fights in a row. And beyond that, even if it's a closer matchup than I actually think it will be, cardio advantage is drastically in Gamrot's favor. I actually do think Gamrot is going to ragdoll him, even though it's not close. Don't get me wrong. I think Quillen is talented, but this is just too soon for him. Gamrot beat Arman, for Christ's sake. Matchup of flashy versus pressure cardio grappler usually goes the way of the latter, no? I said I didn't categorize Salkilld as a flashy striker at all going into this Contender Series fight. He's always been more of a grappler. Just had some highlight KOs in the UFC. The only problem I see is Salkilld won't be able to use his offensive grappling, so that takes away a major part of his game. I think he has a lot more finishing upside than Gamrot too, but Gamrot very tough to finish. And then I said if I pick Salkilld, Gamrot will win because I'm 1-8 picking Gamrot fights.
Yeah.
Historically the worst fighter ever for me. So yeah, if there's one thing you want to do in a Gamrot fight, it's just take the opposite of me.
Sure.
But maybe I'm due. Okay.
You might be due, boys.
The only fight I've gotten right picking Gamrot fights was when he fought Charles Oliveira. I picked Charles Oliveira as an underdog and he got it done. Other than that, I have either picked Gamrot and he's lost, or I've picked his opponent and Gamrot has won. So take this with a grain of salt, but I think Salkilld gets this done, dude.
Wow. Okay.
9-year age difference. I know Gamrot is coming off a good performance against REPACKZ, but I think Salkilld is levels above REPACKZ when it comes to grappling. Gamrot doesn't do any damage with his grappling unless he can really settle on top like he was able to against Ludovic Klein. And I don't think he's going to be able to settle on top against Salkilld. Salkild's a good scrambler. I don't know that he's going to win scrambles to where he's in top position. I just think he's going to use the scrambling skills to get back up to the feet where he's much bigger. He's the much more dangerous striker. And I think his grappling is fine. I don't see Gamrot just went blanketing him.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to imagine. We've never seen Salkilld in those spots before, but he's fought a lot of grapplers throughout his career, even on the regional scene. He's been 25 minutes before as well. He fought this grappler and took him to decision, Brett Pastor, in a 5-round fight in Eternal. He submitted Dom Marfan, my boy, Dom Mar, twice. Dom Marfan's a grappler as well, for the most part. So, I mean, and Ashmoose is actually like a decent fighter, man. Like Ashmoose's only losses are Salkilld and Chris Duncan. And in the Duncan fight, he broke his arm in the first round, so he couldn't really do much the rest of that fight. He knocked out Sam Patterson. And Ashmoose is, for one, a good grappler, and Salkilld kind of bitched him for most of that fight. Round 3 was a little bit weird.
Down 8 times.
And Dariush took him down twice, but he didn't do anything with it. And then, of course, Salkilld KO'd him. So I just think the finishing upside for Salkilld it's heavily in his favor. Like, I don't see Gamrot finishing Salkilld at all. I think it's a very, very low percentage outcome. So if you're going to give me the younger guy with more finishing upside, who the UFC probably wants to win, UFC's never liked Gamrot. They never will, but they'll use him as a base to kind of judge where these guys are.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Salkild's got a lot of momentum coming in here. More dangerous guy. He's got the grappling to back it up. Give me him to get it done. Salkilld point spread 2 free. What is the point spread?
I
haven't even seen it.
Sorry, I had Billy Ray Golf up. Still talking about Billy Ray. Point spread 5.5. Minus 5.5 on Salkilld, plus 100.
You know what was weird to me is the over under being set at 3.5.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would think a Gamrot fight would be
4.5
favored to go the distance.
Yeah. Well, I wonder why they said, because usually 5-round fights with a guy that goes not a finisher, you're usually looking at 4.5, 3.5. I mean, and minus 135. Maybe they're kind of balancing it. Gamrot could get finished early by Salkilld because Salkild's a finisher. Gamrot's not. So maybe they're kind of playing middle, getting 2-way action. Under's plus 105. I kind of like the over at minus 135. I think you're right. I think I don't know if we're going to see it finish in the main event. Hopefully we just see a high level mixed martial arts contest with 2 guys going for it, bub.
Point spreads are a scam. 100% Icky Zay. If you're playing point spreads, take a long look in the mirror, right?
Take a long look.
Unless
I
you're
used to play. Admittedly, I used to play him quite heavily. I don't think I've played him much this year, maybe once or twice. I've kind of laid off him as well. It's one of that and the over-unders I kind of stay away from. But yeah, I mean, I agree with you.
It's also this acid. It's like I faded him with fucking REPACKZ, bro.
Yeah, we had a nice little debate on that one on the show, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
REPACKZ was just. I mean, listen, he wanted to fight. He seemed so confident, and he didn't really show up.
Garbage on the mat. So
yeah.
All right, let's rip some packs, man.
Rip them.
Rip some packs. Homofight repacks. Homofightcards.com. We're going with the 150 elite pack. Let's rip some fucking cards. Let's get some big hitters here. I'm feeling a big hitter tonight.
All right. I love it. I love your confidence. Should I be on my phone or can I watch?
You can watch the first one. You can watch the first one. All right.
I'll watch the first one.
Maybe close one eye.
All right. Timbo says look away. I'll kind of watch and I kind of won't, right? I'll just kind of fuck around a little bit. I'll do like what kids do in school.
Speak for yourself. Tafik plus 3.5 was free. You got fucked because Tafik won the fight, but you weren't confident he would win the fight. So you probably laid what, like minus 110? You could have got plus 200, plus 220 on him to win the fight. Point spreads are fucking stupid. All right. Unless you're playing a minus spread. Because if you think they're going to dominate as a favorite, you get a better price. The problem with plus spreads is you're paying a worse price for a guy to possibly win one round on the scorecards. That's the only difference. There's no real upside to it. So I think they're stupid. Here we go. Elite MMA pack, homofightcards.com. BP's not looking because he is the mush of all mushes. And let's rip a big boy. Darren Till. That's a shit card.
Oh, I like Darren Till though.
Yeah, but that's a shit value.
It's not a great card, but I like D Till.
That is buns, BP.
He had a 3-minute stare down with Yoel Romero.
That is absolute buns. Gamrot incoming. Oh, God. If I get a Gamrot, I'm selling it back quicker than I sold Darren Dill.
If you got Gamrot, you gotta fucking switch, bub. Switch picks.
Tafik was such a good call. I was so biased because he cheats. I refused to lay it down. You got to bet on cheaters, man. You got to bet on cheaters. They always win. In this game, Cyril Gahn, John Jones, Tafik Musayev. Cheaters win.
Cheaters win, baby. Cheaters win. All right, I'm looking up.
Number 2. Marvin Vittori. Not a bad card value-wise. That's
probably my least favorite fighter in the entire world.
That's my big bro, Big Marv.
He's fucking.
You know what? They should make a card where he had his shorts on backwards.
Backwards, yeah.
Yeah, I'm selling that back.
Yeah, sell it back.
We'll take the money and we can reinvest. Big Marv. When is he coming back? Does he have a fight booked?
Hopefully never. Hopefully he's gone. No, I don't know if he's got a fight book. He used to fight so often. Now I guess he's comfortable money-wise, or maybe he's got like a chick actually, so he takes some time off. He's only 32, which is crazy. God, he's on a 4-fight losing streak. Yeah, he fought in December last.
All right, pack number 3.
Here we go. Not really looking. Kind of looking. Not looking. Looking. Not looking. Play by play. Looking. I'm now full on looking now.
Bam, bam. Tied to Ivasa, baby.
Don't you have a tie card? Is that the card you have?
No, I have one.
I thought you had that one.
Should I add it to the collection?
I mean, if you want, bro.
It's in the stack over there somewhere.
I mean, he'll never get cut from the UFC, it looks like. I mean,
I don't think I can keep that.
Nah.
I think we sell it and we go again.
Sell it and go again.
Sell it and go again.
Tim Mitchell says, do you have a promo code to sign up? He's itching to rip some cards.
I think BigJive 10 gets you like 10% off your first pack or something.
BigJive 10, baby.
BigJive 10. We're ripping another. Can't end on a bam bam.
Can't end on a bam bam. Thank you, ma'am.
One of my favorite fighters, though, back in the day.
Thai to Ivasa. Yeah, I never been a Thai guy. If I'm being honest with you. I thought when the first time I saw the shoey, I thought it was disgusting. I have no problem drinking out of a shoe. I have all the problem in the world is other people spitting in it. Oof.
Yeah, that's gross.
Whoa, bro. Whoa, bro. I remember some dude like douse hot sauce in the shoe when he shooed it, and he fucking was like, whoa. There we go.
Oh, that's a big hitter.
Shit,
that's a big hitter,
bro.
2010. Leaf MMA auto. John
Golly. I broke the mush because I was watching the whole time.
$480 card.
That's a sick card, too.
Why does he kind of look like a mini Francis Ngannou?
No, I was thinking he kind of looks like his body almost looks like a Mike Tyson-y a little bit. Like either way, it's a dope card.
It's from 2010.
Yeah. That's vintage, bro.
Might have to get that shipped. That's a fucking hitter.
That's a hitter, bub. We did it. We finally did it.
That's
and I was watching.
Yeah, baby.
40's the new year, baby.
We can't end on that. We got to rip another, bro.
we got to end. I'm about to say we got to end on that. All right, dude. You're the expert, bro.
Yeah. We might be on a heater, bro.
Okay. I'm listening to you. You're the guy.
Tim says we got to do another one.
Yeah, Timbo's a huge John Jones fan. He's been sending me calling for that card.
You can never leave on a heater, BP.
It's true. Yeah, you don't walk away from the table on a heater. We learned that from The Hangover.
Rules of the game. Rules of the game. Can't leave on a heater. All right, what is this? Number 5? Pack number 5.
Can't remember. I'm gonna trust your gut on that one. Give me a Chris Curtis one time. Give me my guy. I don't even know if he has a card.
Zhang Weili. That's a cool looking card.
It is a cool looking card. I like Zhang.
Cool looking card.
Did you see her get all done up in the makeup? Did you talk about that last week?
We did, yeah. The chat was loving it. They were
Still don't know if she likes dudes or girls, but you know, I liked her in that makeup. We're ripping another.
We're ripping one more.
All right, bro.
We can't end on a women's card, bro.
All right, bro.
There's these rules. You can't end on a heater.
Okay.
You can't end on a women's.
I'm learning. This is all new to me, so I'm just learning. You know what I mean?
Zhang
is my girlfriend. Okay, so pure sparks. I'm assuming you're a male, so yeah. She likes dudes. She likes fucking dudes, man.
All right, last one. Number 6. We got John Jones. We got Whaley. We got Marvin Vettori. We got Ty. And now we're getting.
Oh, that's the worst card you could ever get. Nikolai Nurmagomedov. Oh, buddy. Someone washed my eyes. Nikolai Nurmagomedov?
Who the fuck is that?
Oh, one of the worst fighters.
Is that
one of the worst fighters that ever it almost might be worth to keep it because it might be the worst card you ever pulled. But like we have to end on him because there's no worse card than that. Like Dan Miragliotta is like a John Jones compared to that card.
Good Lord. All right.
Golly.
Yeah, that was a heat check.
Who the fuck is that guy? Yeah, that guy. That's nasty. That's a cool looking card, bro.
We got that bad boy.
Yeah.
Leaf MMA autos.
Huh.
What the hell is Leaf? I'm not that big into cards, so if
you don't know.
Like if Leaf is was like a big brand, like
maybe
something stupid, but
I'm one of the people who the guy who won the PAX week. There's my card. Yeah.
I get you your card.
Yeah, the guy that won the packs that we gave out in the contest. I wonder if he ripped anything good. Was that Panini that we gave out for the 3 PC contest? Or was that Chrome?
Oh, that was Topps Chrome.
Topps Chrome, okay.
Yeah. I wonder if he pulled
I wonder if the person that won that box has ripped some fucking
Leaf is the number 3 brand.
There you go.
Well, I mean, shit, that's a fucking
cool card. I like that card a lot.
Yeah. We'll take
good rip.
It's a good rip. That's a good rip.
Good rip.
Cards. Go to homofightcards.com. Get your rips in. All right, BP, who are we emptying the clip on this Saturday?
Because I know chicks. We're going. That was like an echo. What happened there? That was kind of cool. I didn't even set that up. Yeah, Tanara. It's getting it done. Lemos can't hang with her. Tanara is well-rounded. She's good everywhere. Hopefully gets a submission because I think I got that played in another segment. But yeah, it's fucking Tanara all day long. Minus 240. Not even that high of a line. And she's getting it done over old Lemos.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Emptying the clip on the women.
The lady.
Tanara.
Are you going single or you going prop? It's his second girlfriend. Wow, this guy's got a lot of chicks, man.
Oh, he's got chicks. He's
dating everybody.
Well, when this hits, I'm gonna feel like a genius. But if it loses, I'm gonna feel like an idiot. Emptying the clip on a 41-year-old man.
Okay.
But I think Billy Q is that washed.
Okay.
I think he's that fucking washed.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in agreement with you. Obviously, I like that. I like that.
On CDF. I was gonna maybe take a bigger favorite, but I said, "Fuck that." I'm gonna go for a guy that's sub 200.
Yeah.
And CDF.
Yeah, give people some monies. 3 PC parlay. Hey, up.
3-punch parlay. BP's going with Miles Johns, even though I don't agree.
Yeah. Hayden didn't like it. Chat didn't like it. Sorry. That's where we're going.
It's part of the game. BP tells me it's 3-punch parlay. I don't question it.
Yeah, he does.
We put it not. In. I'm going CDF.
Yes, sir.
As my leg. And then for leg number 3, we're going with Alexa Tainara to bring us home at plus 262.
Ooh.
I hope we cash, but if we don't, I hope your leg loses, BP.
2 weeks in a row, bro, I get loose. John gets smoked. Yeah, people don't like the John's like, shit.
If we don't cash, I hope it's on you, BP.
All right. That's fair. That's fair.
BP sickle this week is a big one. So strap in.
She's juiced up. We're gonna take this to the fucking sky, baby. Tanar sub. I like her by sub. She's crafty. Hopefully she can get it done. Farah by sub. This little slubbing club, baby.
Slubbing
Club and sub. There it is. Sorry. It's late.
Slubbing club, baby.
Slubbing club, motherfuckers. Yeah, Ferris good taking neck home, bro. Sorry, Dixon. And Gamrot money line, 55.49. Woo, probably my biggest sicko to date.
If you hit that, you're up 100 units.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Then I could really flex, baby. Yeah. I like it too. I was surprised it came out 55.49. I actually really like that. I know Diego can knock out Billy and he's 40, so there's a lot of upside or there's a lot of downside to him.
Tim likes it.
Yeah. But that is, 55-1. Yeah, baby. We're taking it. We're taking it. But you tripping, says Bojack.
He's swinging.
Tripping.
Swinging hard. Swinging for the fences.
Let's see what BigJive's got.
I got a little round 3 or decision special. 3 legs, round 3 or decision. Leg number 1, we're fading BP and going Rosas round 3 or decision at plus 320.
Okay.
Leg number 2, we're going Manuel Sousa round 3 or decision plus 135.
Okay.
I think this Miranda's guy pretty durable. Sousa, generally a guy that builds into fights. He has been to this a couple times. He likes that round 3 KO. We get the round 3, or if he makes it to decision, we get it there at plus 135. And to bring us home.
Wrap it up, Ben. What is it?
Mexitainar round 3 decision plus 1706. Not nearly as big as BP, but
we're just looking for winners, bub.
I think it's a solid line.
That's solid. 1706, 1736. Yeah, I like that spot too. I mean, obviously, I'm not bullish on Johns. I gave him out. Card's kind of thin. I do think he'll win, but I mean, listen, Rojas could easily win that fight. He's plus money. It's a great line. Souza, I'm on Souza. Round 3 KO or decision. Love that. Miranda's tough, and then I'm all over Tainara. I think Tainara is the real deal here. So yeah, I love your parlay this week, bro. Even though obviously I'm on Johns and whatever, but either way, it's great.
Let's cash them, boys. That's going to do it for the show. Appreciate y'all for being here with us tonight. Once again, happy belated birthday to BP.
Thank you, boys. Thank you, everybody, for the wishes. Thank you.
Shout out to everyone in the chat tonight. Shout out to the people watching and listening after the fact. We appreciate you for tuning in, even if you can't make it to the live show. But the chat, as always, was amazing. And next week, we got a big card. UFC 330.
330 number card. Yeah. Islam versus the vegan, baby.
The vegan.
The
PETA boy.
PETA.
He's going to go in there and fulfill the prophecy that I laid out at the beginning of the year. He was my pick to be the welterweight champion. So we'll see if he can do it. But
great. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not feeling great that it's still Islam. I had a feeling Islam might retire, but that did not happen. So Ian Gary, fulfill the prophecy for us. Get it done. Don't like you as a human, but you're a hell of a fighter. So we'll talk about that fight next week on the BigJive MMA Show, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you there next week. Appreciate y'all. Till next time, BigJive MMA Show. Yeah.
See you.